wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
So, you know, I've been having lots of problems with corns and stuff, and I was like, I really need to go and get these removed, but I didn't have much money. So I ended up signing up for this, like, science experiment. It's going to pay me, like, $200, but it was a fecal transplant. I ended up in someone else's ass. Not just any ass, it was old man ass. I don't know what the hell was wrong with that dude, but it wasn't worth the $200. So maybe next time I'll just, you know, I don't know, sell myself or... Oh, hey! Hey there, shitheads. I didn't see you there. So, thank you for torturing Hannibal and Monty. They've thoroughly enjoyed this particular round of torture that you subjected them to. Now, you know, it's not the same kind of torture as, I don't know, being shoved up some old man's dirty ass, but, you know, I wouldn't know anything about that. Now would I know? Anywho, or ho, enjoy the show.
P. Green, talking about a fucking pumpkin patch, I guess, or whatever.
There he is! It's the great pumpkin! He's rising up out of the pumpkin patch!
E. Green, I'm in Chicago in the fucking pumpkin patch at that like Sleepy Hollow. So won't you come and follow me to Stays, where you can get a pumpkin and some raspberry glaze.
Get that fucking glaze, nigga!
Then I go to Crog's Harvest Farm, you can pick a little corn and get your fucking harvest on. Or we could go to Diddy, I heard they got them chickens there. But really though, you can get them chickens anywhere. Then we ride over the garbage center, stick your hand in a cornhole till you fall up in there. And finally we make a final stop at Dave's Pumpkin. Take a horny hayride or run the maze country.
Take a horny hayride or run the maze country.
So that's the pumpkin article. You can finally stop talking about the shit.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries. Because of time, I'm not going to be able to go into detail about all these different parts. Instead, we're going to work all the parts together. Okay? So let's get started. Oh, before we get started, make sure you got your water with you. Now remember to make that decision that this is what you want to do. You're not doing it for somebody else. Remember, if you're doing this for somebody else, you're not going to stay with us long. Okay? Because the moment that somebody else rejects you, you're just not going to want to do it no more. But make sure you're doing this for yourself. You're not doing this for somebody else. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's get started.
Previously on Lost.
I'm training. Training for what?
You're gonna take his word for it.
His word is all we have, Jack.
Watch the film.
What?
The bookcase. Top shelf, behind ton of the screw. Projectors in the pantry.
Bridge to Captain Picard.
Go ahead.
We've just received word from the fleet. They've engaged the Borg.
Data put Starfleet frequency 1486 on audio.
Aye, sir.
Stan is not a great Eminem song. No, I did not say Stan is not a great Eminem song. What did you say?
What happens when a masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist get together to talk music shit, comic book shit, and political shit on the internet? Monty. Hannibal the Beat Animal. Hannibal and Monty shit show. Holy shit. My name gets to be in the title this time. Hannibal and Monty shit show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty shit show. Let's talk some shit.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
We're gonna need to watch that.
So I was.
You're gonna watch that again.
Aren't you?
No, John. I'm not.
Yeah, so I was in Discord, just talking, and I said, I'll address it on the show, but I wanted to see what you thought about it. So, so what was happening was, Lord Jamarcus had asked in Discord if there was any place that he could listen to some Hannibal beats online, and he got no response. No response. So what he posted yesterday was, he said, damn, Hannibal got time to post on Twitter, but not to promote his own beats here? We're more important than Twitter. So I responded by saying, listen to the shitheads, Hannibal. Hashtag Beatgate. So that's what happened.
So you created Beatgate.
You created Beatgate.
How did I create? No, you created this shit. All right. You
did.
Like that motherfucker that, like, you ride a bike, you put a stick in your own spokes, tripped yourself, fell on the ground, and said, "Damn these white people."
No.
You did that shit.
No, you did. You did.
You did. How did I do this, Monty? How did I create Beatgate?
Because you didn't simply respond to Lord Jamarcus.
I didn't see the post about it. Okay. I just, you making it seem like I voluntarily, like I was just like, man, fuck Lord Jamarcus. I refuse to respond to him. And no, that's not the case, okay? And for the record, I said that when we did our shithead for the red carpet award show for the Golden Turds, I said Lord Jamarcus was best dressed. You were the one that voted against him.
I did vote against him. I did.
That's true. That's true. And we are live! Are we live, Monty?
We are live as fuck!
That's what I like to hear. Welcome to Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. I am Hannibal the Beat Animal.
And I am Monty.
And this is episode 117, and we got 117 people watching.
Shit!
Maybe an episode about...
Tell your mama.
Or.
Appollos Harris, a.k.a. the Medusa.
Yes, that was our guest tonight.
Yes. Our lovely producer Zoe, could you play those intros one more time?
Let's run through it.
Let me go ahead and set it up. Maybe an episode about...
Tell your mama.
Or.
Appollos Harris, a.k.a. the Medusa.
There we go. That's what we're talking about. So,
yes,
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, this is going to be some
y'all
fun
don't even know, man. Like, just the Skype call waiting for this motherfucker to start was just like, oh, man, it's going to be a live one.
Oh, yeah. We were talking in the back. But, look, before we get into all that, and I gotta adjust the order of the... Oh, no, I don't. It's right. But, yeah, before we get into it, let me just tell y'all, I see a bunch of, like... We're early. We got 111 of y'all watching from what I see here. Welcome. This is going to be a fun show. Let me run through all our shit. If you want to support the show, and I see we got a new member. Who is that? We'll get to that in a second. Y'all are throwing me off. Oh, Zoe will show me. if you want to support the show, check the link in the description. It's 5h1tshow.live. That's where you send your Streamlabs donations or buy merch, which I'm still waiting for this to load, the new Dragnauct cup that I'm working on. But it'll happen before the show, and we'll do a giveaway at some point. Also, if you want to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/5h1t. Twitch.tv/5h1t show. Facebook, facebook.com/Hannibal and Monty. Instagram and Twitter are 5h1t show. Snapchat is show_5h1t. TikTok is 5h1t_ show. Our Discord link is in the description. If you want to get in there and talk shit about Beatgate, which is a thing, get in Discord. Let's talk Beatgate.
Man, fuck this nigga, man. He gonna create some shit that's anyway. Y'all see what I gotta do? Okay? And then he constantly taunts me. He constantly be like, man, I had sex with a white woman tonight.
Do I do that?
Yes, you do. You rub it in my face. You know what I'm saying? Over the phone, he be like, man, my fingers smell like white people, man. I'm like, this nigga, all right, I'm so jealous. I am. That's all it is. It's just professional jealousy.
All right.
That's all it is.
Look. No, it's not even jealousy. Like, Hannibal's got good beats. Why don't you just share it with the people? They want you. They want to see that you love them.
I do. Look.
Hannibal's good at what he does. I just want to make sure you're sharing with the people that love us.
Hell, I just want to punch him. I just want to punch him in the balls right now. In the description, I'm just in the chat. I just posted a link to my SoundCloud page. And my production team, Team MF, man. Shout out to Ace One and Influence, Johnny Facebook Famous Esco. They're my brothers. We've been making beats for this October will be 22 years. Yes. We have more. Our back catalog has like 25,000 beats. We have more beats than you have days left to live. So.
All right. Well, there you go. See? There we go. Beatgate might not be a thing anymore.
Throughout the night, I'm going to constantly be reposting the link to the SoundCloud page, and I'm also going to be posting the link to the YouTube video. It's not a video, it's just the YouTube audio for the song I did for Change. And so anybody who goes on his video, likes and comments on it, will get 50 plunger points. 50. 50. So look, there's 122 of y'all right now. Go to the link I just posted in the chat. Go like and comment on that shit. Live action, you already did that. You know what I'm saying? So you'll definitely get your plunger points. Also, we got 120 people watching the show. But we only got 60 likes. Let's go ahead and make the amount of people watching the show match the amount of people that like the show. And look,
the
like has been quarantined for months, and she is risky.
Yes, and we got nickel chats and new members.
Yes, look, listen, hold on, let me finish it. All right, look, the like button has been quarantined for months. She is feeling frisky as hell, so go ahead and lick your fingers. Make sure your fingernails is trimmed, and then just click that like button.
Yep, there you go, just like that. And look, thanks Buck Melanoma, The Geek Room, thank y'all. Who else? What else do we have?
We got a couple of them right now. Hold on. I'm gonna let you know. We got
Druid Lover 1.
I don't know. We might end up getting up to 2,100 subscribers tonight because of this episode. And look, so I'm gonna run through it. Brand sent us some money. He says, "I demand beets and pumpkins."
Yes.
Why would you bring the pumpkins back up, man? We got to do shit we don't care about tonight. The pumpkins are gonna flood the chat, Brand. Damn it, Brand. And also, I'm sorry Wilson became a member. Thank you very much. Well said. I'm sorry, well said. The Geek Room also became a member. Thank you very much. Druid Lover 1 became a member. Thank you very much. Buck Melanoma. What's up, Buck? Good to see you. Has became a member. XX Insider XX420 followed us on Discord or Twitch. Is that Discord or Twitch? I think that's Discord.
That might have been Twitch.
Agnostic
that was Twitch.
Pagan Mother subscribed. Create Beats. Vaughn became a member. Zellcry subscribed. Prairie Queen subscribed. Steve-O subscribed. C. Jude.
Goddamn.
Ledisma, I fucked your name all the way up. I am so sorry. You know, but yeah, thank you, Kevin Snyder. And okay, so just so y'all know, this is not a racial slur, okay? But Jap Newald, okay? Look, the nigga name, his mama named him Jap. I'm gonna call him Jap. All right, Jap Newald.
Look, at least you didn't ask him to anglicize his name. You won't be getting Donkey of the Day.
Yeah.
Say it like it is.
To be fair to that professor, the girl's name was Fuckboy. All right, and he was just like, man, this is a setup. Like, can't you just rename yourself Jennifer like all the other Vietnamese that come in my class?
And she's like, no, I don't have to do shit. Say my name, bitch. And yes, she was right.
Yeah. Yeah, drop one of Clues bombs for Fuckboy.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure you're mispronouncing it.
Fuckboy Nguyen is her name. Fuckboy Nguyen. I'm like, that is a great name. That is an awesome name. Anyway,
and God Hates Us All just became a member before it pops up, so that we can keep it moving.
And look, because for all the new members, because I know Alan Reyes is hanging out with us tonight. If y'all send us a donation through Nickel Chat or Streamlabs, and you send us your MONTYROTICA, Monty will read the MONTYROTICA live on the show, okay? If you send us your erotic literature, you will get a full-screen Monty reading all your sexual desires and fantasies out.
Look, before next month, we need to set a dollar amount for this shit.
Right, and you're right. You know what? Next month, we will set a dollar amount. But for tonight, there is no dollar amount. So for pennies, y'all can make this nigga say whatever you want, all right?
Look,
he will happily read your MONTYROTICA. So look, and keep it coming. Send the MONTYROTICA in. He loves that shit.
Yeah, and remember, Beatgate is a thing. Keep that in mind too. Hannibal doesn't like to share his beats.
Tonight, now that I know what's going on, I'm sending everybody links to music so that y'all can check the stuff out. Okay. All right, let's introduce our guest.
Let's introduce our guest first. The reason we're here on this torture episode tonight, we got Appollos Harris, aka the Medusa. The fuck does that mean, Appollos Harris?
Yes,
tell us who you are.
Wow, like of all the, like you literally have Apollo in your name. Why Medusa? Why did you explain that to everybody?
Yeah, tell us who you are.
Well, first and foremost, you know, my name is Appollos Harris. That's my actual name.
Okay.
Second, I chose this Medusa for one reason only. If you know anything about like Greek mythology, everybody's heard of the story of the Medusa, right? Once you look at her, you turn into stone. So for the most part, I like to feel like every time that I do a show that I'm actually really telling the truth, right? Because the truth first and foremost was never designed to be pretty.
Yeah.
Right? So basically that's how I came up with that name, Father.
All right. That'll work. And look, if y'all want to follow Appollos Harris, if you look in the description below, the link to his channel is down there. Follow him. Like, dude's got some shit on his channel. And I told him in the chat, I don't agree with most of it, but I think Appollos is a cool dude. So check him out, follow him, give him some support. So, and that being said, let's introduce our next guest. Jack, coming from the store with beans when his mom asked him to get bread. Dragnauct.
Let me first and foremost say, I'm looking at half of these motherfuckers who are channel members. They ain't members of my damn channel. I brought them here. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Your Dragoon dues will be submitted in blood. That's okay.
Hey, look! No, I see y'all in the morning. I watch Drag in the morning. Y'all donate the fuck out of it. Y'all support. I got your back.
Plenty.
I got your back.
I get too much goddamn money, man. It's ridiculous. I do this shit for the Schadenfreude. But yes, so Monty told me about Mr. Harris, and I was like, what? I said, hold on, y'all doing what now? I said, hold on, let me check this cat out. I said, there's no way that he's like any of the dudes that I talk to or women. And I said, oh man, Mr. Harris believes some interesting things. So I start communicating with myself. And I said, all right, this is going to be a very, very, very interesting discussion, but it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. But man, it is, woo, man, it is that the internet's a wonderful place. You get to meet people who believe some very interesting things. You get to exchange knowledge. So you know what? I'm all for it.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. Also, for anybody that's not subscribed to Drag, we got a bunch of people watching. I'm sure some of y'all aren't. If you aren't, his link is also in the description. Go hit him up and follow him. He daily keeps me entertained while I'm interacting with my son. So, it's fun entertainment. I don't always get to comment and participate in the chat, but I'm usually there. So
that's
check
okay,
him out.
Man. You got an important job, man. You gotta make more light skinned folks. It's good. I understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah. He's ready to make the world more light skinned. like our producer. She's making it happen. Zoe's rocking it over there. So yeah, that's coming up, and I almost have our giveaway for the night set up. And actually, I'm gonna break it a little bit. Zoe, have you done plunger points for the month yet? Do we know who shithead of the month is? No? All right, we don't know who shithead of the month is, but shithead of the month will get one of these. And also, if any of you aren't subscribed to Drag and he sees it, give me names of new people, and I'll tell you if they came from here. I'll pick randomly one of those names, and I'll send y'all one of these too. But we'll put it up later. I'll show you what it is once it's all set up and done. I'm double dutying right now. But now that we've gotten through that, let's get right into the first segment. Let's start talking about some shit. Let's get to know each other. Appollos, you ready for this? You ready to do a shit show?
Let's go.
All right. Drag's been here before. Drag knows how it works. And look, between segments, we will read your nickel chats and Streamlabs. And yeah. Let's do it. Let's go right into shit we don't care about. Here we go.
Now in a desperate attempt to fill 24 hours of programming, here's some bullshit that happened. We've got some footage here of the bullshit, which began just after 3 o'clock this afternoon.
That's bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. You know what? This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
That's bullshit, Gary!
Said to be fucking with you. Yeah. Supposed to be that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes. Shit we don't motherfucking care about. So, if this is your first time watching Hannibal and Monty Shit Show, I am Hannibal the Animal. That majestic Egyptian god over there, according to D-Word Cruz, is the pumpkin spice panty dropper known as Monty. We are joined by Dragnauct Sylvas down there, and the incomparable, and I use that word exactly and precisely, Appollos Harris, hanging out down there with the most majestic look. I thought Drag's beard was amazing. Nah, man. Nah, nigga. Your beard ain't got nothing on Appollos' beard.
Yeah, Appollos is rocking that shit.
I used to.
Yeah. But no, Appollos has those highlights, like the gray.
Yeah.
You rocking that shit, man.
Yeah, you killing that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I give credit where credit is due. I might think that you clinically insane, but your beard game is on point.
Yeah.
And really, the people saying we're a little low.
Y'all, they're saying y'all are low? All right, check
well, as long as they can hear me, that's all I care. I mean, no, I care that everybody can be. All microphones matter. How about that?
Fuck you.
Shit. I better not be low. This the much as I pay for this microphone. Much as my wife paid for this microphone I just got.
So the way shit we don't care about works, right? For everybody in the chat. Also, look, got 125 people watching the chat. We got 80 likes, okay? Let's make the amount of people watching the show match the amount of people that like it. If you like the show, more people will join. The more people that join, it's going to make this a fun motherfucking show. It's already going to be a fun show. Like I said, look, there's a lot of shows on YouTube right now. This going to be your favorite one, all right? This the one you need to be watching. So y'all are definitely here now.
Yep.
That's right. Ian Dubois said it right. All shits matter. I'm laughing at Antonovich right now. And look, right now, and look, tonight, look like drag.
And look, to be fair, look, Apollos doesn't do live shows like this. Apollos gets on his channel and does his thing.
He say what he got to say, and he did. Okay.
Yeah. So
you know.
Yeah, they're saying your mic's low, but I think it's the phone audio. Like, it's the best we can get right now. We got to roll with it. Like, let's go.
We're going to work it out. So, all right, so this is the way shit we don't care about works. Every day, I, Hannibal the Beat Animal, do a deep dive on the news. I have a bunch of different sites I go to. I have a news aggregator site I go to. Then I'll go to the Associated Press, CNN, Fox News, Reuters, Breitbart, InfoWars, Politico, The Hill, The Blaze, Red State, Newsmax, MSNBC, Snopes, Huffington Post, etc. I'll read 100 stories 100 different times, and sometimes I come across certain stories and I wonder to myself, who gives a shit? Who cares about this? Who decided that this was news? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read 5 headlines to y'all. And look, let's let you know, I'm gonna read 5 headlines to y'all. Drag, Appollos Harris, everybody in the chat. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to read the story or not. Okay? If enough of y'all care, and we got a lot of people in this, so we need at least 65 people. At least 65 people got to say that they care for us to read the story.
At least
65. So here we go. All right. So that's how it works. I'm gonna read a headline, and you let me know if you give a shit. If you give a shit, I'll read the story. If you don't give a shit, then we're gonna move on to the next one. Appollos Harris, Dragnauct. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. The first story comes from HouseBeautiful.com.
I don't care.
Wait, I haven't even started to read it yet. You already.
Okay, go ahead. Read it.
All right. From HouseBeautiful.com. Here we go. The royal pastry chefs shared their recipe for fruit scones in case you want to make brunch fancy.
Yeah, see? I don't care.
Yeah, that's why I said what I said. When you said house beauty, yeah, go on, throw that shit out the window.
So this is the British royal chef put this out so everybody else could take this.
Yeah, and this story isn't even that old, man. This is a good look. The royal pastry chef shared their recipe for fruit scones in case you want to look for all the white people watching the show. What is scones?
What little British history I know, they had to go and fucking imperialize an entire group of motherfuckers, Indians, in order to get flavor in their fucking food. So you know what? I'm gonna pass on this one. I'm gonna pass on British cuisine. We're gonna pass on that one.
All right. I don't see enough people that care about this one. So
Antonovich said white person.
Look, give Antonovich some plunger points. He says, "Hey, white person here. I have no idea." All right, somebody knows what scones are. We go get there. Somebody says only gays eat scones.
Look.
Damn.
Eve Dubois said they're breakfast biscuits.
Who's Master started off early. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. The next story comes from shit. I did tell you I do a deep dive on the news. The next story comes from HelloGiggles.com.
The fuck?
What is this site? I'm curious now. Like
who is choosing these fucking stories?
I don't know. Hello Giggles. All right, Hello Giggles. Okay, here we go. Sophie Turner is out here trolling Joe Jonas for wearing jeans at home.
I don't care. I don't know who those people are.
I mean, what? Oh yeah, go on, throw that one out the window too.
Yep. See. Look, we're all agreeing right now. This is good.
Okay. See, that lets you know that no matter what you believe or what you think or what your political ideas are, whether you think, the earth is round and flat or Tupac is alive or dead, one thing that we can all agree on is don't nobody give a shit about these stories.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. All right, let's move on to the next one. The next story comes from, 17.com.
I don't care already.
Check out.
Yeah.
I gotta read the headline before let me read it first. Okay, here we go.
All right.
17.com. Camila Cabello. Is it Cabello or Cabello? I've never asked because I guess she's technically Spanish, so I think it's supposed to be Cabello.
The two L's make a Y sound.
Right. Cabello Cabello locks lips with a shirtless Shawn Mendes while self-isolating together in Miami.
Nope.
Who the fuck is Shawn Mendes?
Shawn Mendes is the guy locking lips with Camila Cabello.
Who is Camila Cabello?
Camila Cabello is the person locking lips with Shawn Mendes.
I don't know who these people are.
Hey, can I say something right fast?
Yeah, what you got?
Can I say something?
What you got?
The goddamn garbage disposal going on. Throw that shit out the window too. If y'all heard the garbage disposal yet, throw that shit away too.
All right. Okay. Well, that one's gone. All right. Here we go. The fourth story. Okay. This is one y'all might care about. This one comes from Yahoo News. Okay. Yahoo News.
Okay. What you got?
Okay. Paige Turley reveals ex Louis Capaldi congratulated her on her Love Island win.
I don't care. I don't
know what any of those words mean.
Yeah.
What is a Love Island?
I don't know. But apparently, whatever Love Island is, she won it.
Oh, it's a reality show.
Yeah.
Well, right now, we batting 1,000 for not giving a fuck, giving a shit or whatever.
Yeah, see? This segment is working as intended so far.
Okay, all right. Well, here we go. The last one. Okay, here we go. This is the closest I think we'll get to you guys caring about a story. Okay,
let's see if I care.
This is a good one. This is it. This is the one. If you don't care about this one, then you don't care about none of them. All right, here we go. This one comes from Harper'sBazaar.com.
Okay.
Harper's Bazaar. Okay. Meghan Markle.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Don't even read the rest. I don't give a fuck.
But she married a white man, and he got money.
See, you too, Drag. You too.
Meghan Markle?
Huh?
Said Meghan Markle, right?
Yeah, he said Meghan Markle.
Okay, ain't she married to Carson Wentz?
She's married to somebody. I don't know who.
Wait, did you say she's married to Carson Wentz, the football player?
Yeah, because ain't she married to Prince Harry or whatever his damn name is?
Prince Harry. She's married to Prince Harry.
Yeah.
But don't them two look alike?
Oh, you saying they're the same person?
I don't know. I don't know what Prince Harry looks like.
I'm just saying. Get a picture of Carson Wentz and put it up against Prince Harry. I'm just saying.
I'm looking it up now. I'm looking it up now because I'm not from Philly, so I don't know what Carson Wentz looks like.
Do you have time to pull up Carson Wentz and Prince Harry? Can you do it on? Can you tough titty it, Zoe? Can you tough titty Carson Wentz and Prince? What were those names again? Carson Wentz and
WENTZ.
All right. Listen, Carson Wentz.
Put it back to the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right,
Holy
there you go.
Shit.
All right. So once you find Carson Wentz, just Prince Harry. We're gonna tough titty these. We're gonna go on the tough titty screen, and we're gonna find out.
This is like when I found out that Rob Stark and the nigga that plays Bucky Barnes was two different actors.
Okay, I see a potential issue. I see one potential issue, two potential issues. They gingers. One, two. Wentz beard doesn't even connect. That's a big issue. That's he's lacking some testosterone or something. But his beard does not connect.
I'm looking at a picture of Prince Harry, and his beard ain't connected neither. Has anybody ever seen Carson Wentz and Prince Harry in the same place at the same time? Hold on.
Zoe's pulling it up right now. She's setting up the tough titty screen as we speak. Speak, and just go right to it when you get it. Like let's see the shit. I want to see what we're talking about.
All right. That's okay. So Meghan Markle just shared a very rare update about baby Archie.
Yeah, again, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah.
Drag, Apollo, do you guys care about Meghan Markle sharing a very rare update picture of baby Archie? I'm guessing baby Archie is her baby with Prince Harry.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Did y'all get the pictures up? Did y'all do the?
Not yet.
Yeah, she's almost there. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah. I'm curious to see this. I haven't looked. I just glanced over to see where she was. She's almost got it. She was on the spot. She wasn't prepared for Tough Titty tonight, which is another segment we do on the show.
Destruction Inc. says, "Don't ignore us, Hannibal." Wait, hold on, wait. All right, let's see. Are we getting a bunch of cares? Let me see.
We can't. They care. Look, there we go. Oh shit. Okay.
Yo, that's all I'm saying. Look, all I'm saying is, look. So look, Appollos Harris, you have a point. Okay. Look at these two motherfuckers.
Camera. Yeah.
Look at these two motherfuckers.
All gingers look alike.
Yeah. Look, Zoe. How hard is it for you to throw Ed Sheeran into one of those spots? Let's see how that looks.
He's like half my size.
Yeah, let's see how that looks. Just throw him into one of those spots. Let's see what the change looks like. But yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm trying to imagine some black lines. Yeah, shit.
I don't know.
All right.
Those motherfuckers look. I'm not like if you told me they was brothers. It's like
yeah, I believe it.
The Batman says care. See, they don't look alike. They look like they could be related though.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. All right.
Man, you know what they should do? Carson Wentz and Prince Harry should do like a Parent Trap, like kind of like just switch. They should just switch and just. You know what I'm saying? You go play for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna go fuck Meghan Markle, and then there you go.
Write this timestamp down for. We gotta clip this. This is clipped. All right.
That'll be.
There we go. All right. Just to keep this shit.
Thrift Dad said, "I will unsub you if you read this royal family shit."
Look, damn, Thrift Store Dan. And look, welcome back to the chat, Thrift Store Dan.
I don't want to lose Thrift Store Dan, so I'm not gonna read it. Okay, listen. I don't usually fall victim to threats, but I'm gonna do it. Vlad Tepper says, "Well, to be fair, if Harry to Wentz place at QB, Philly would probably get an upgrade." Oh, that's cold blooded. Like Carson Wentz is he was a good quarterback. You know, the question has always been, should they have kept Nick Foles or Carson Wentz? Monty, do you think the Philadelphia Eagles should have kept Nick Foles or Carson Wentz?
You know, I got a very interesting answer to that, Hannibal.
Okay. Wait, don't end the show.
I'm not going to end the show. Like, hear me out. Look, I want all of y'all to hear me out. Drag, Appollos Harris, Hannibal, hear me out. Like, ask the question again, Hannibal.
Who do you think would have been who's a better quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles? Is it Carson Wentz or Nick Foles?
All right, here's my answer. I don't watch fucking football. Let's do fair or foul.
Yes. How big are your balls?
After a lot of thought and consideration.
Okay, Mr. Rashid. Are they ready for the truth?
Yes, they're ready for it.
Just love it.
And how do they hurt us? Because they love Phil.
We don't need to give any time to them, Master.
We're talking about deliverance. See, I'm talking, so many people out there are captives. And I'm talking about homosexual lifestyle. I was delivered from something like that. I was a prostitute for over 30 years. I sold my body on the street corners. See, I can talk about that sin. Hallelujah, because see, I was wrapped up, tied up, tangled up. And I loved it when I was doing it. Hallelujah, God came and purged me. Hallelujah, God made me get it the old-fashioned way. You just turn your soul unto me and I'll use you. But now I can shake for Jesus. I'm under the anointing of the Holy Ghost. Bless you.
Suck my cock, bitches.
God bless you.
Has the Imperial Magistrate reached a verdict? I have. Guilty or innocent. Innocent. Feed him to the
Real quick. Oh, shit. Hang on. There we go. Real quick, Hannibal, before you set up how fair foul works, Zoe, you might have to pull an image up on this screen. If you look in the chat, Streambot's been advertising before me, and people are joining. But the Dragnaught Coffee and Whatnot cup is available in our store and also up for raffle. Can you pull that picture up and throw it in there so we can show it? Because I just looked down and saw that it was going while we were doing that segment, and people have entered. The raffle bot is working again. It had not been working for a while, but while she looks for that update, well, never mind. Shit, that doesn't work. All right, keep moving. I'll show y'all what it looks like later. This was a last minute thing. Hannibal, why don't you tell them how fair foul works? Sorry.
Okay, look, real quick, Monty, when I went in the 117 folder, I didn't see the fair foul video, so you and Zoe are going to have to just dealer's choice those joints.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a better idea.
Hannibal, it's in the current show folder. So.
Okay. I was looking in the 117.
Yeah, I didn't move them. This week has been crazy. Sorry.
Okay, I might try to see if I can pull double duty right now and check them out in real time. I don't know if I'll be able to, at least for the first one. You might have to pick the video for the Brett Favre one.
Okay, I'll pick. So your first one's gonna be not the Brett Favre one.
No, I'm gonna do the Brett Favre one first.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Okay. All right. So first things first, guys. Little behind the scene. I got a chance to see the wizard behind the curtains just now. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the way fair foul works. This is your first time watching Hannibal Monty Shit Show. First off, welcome. We're happy to have you. As you can see, we're joined over here by Appollos Harris and Dragnauct Sylvas. So if you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button, click the like button. Go ahead and share the show. Everybody who shares the show on your social media, you get 25 plunger points for each share that you do. So share it on your Twitter, that's 25 plunger points. Share it on your Instagram, that's another 25 plunger points. Share it on your Facebook page, that's another 25 plunger points. And you can use those plunger points to get the people with the most plunger points at the end of the month get cool shit from my merch store.
Yeah, which I'm gonna show you at some point. I'm gonna show you next time we read all the new subs and your nickel chats and Streamlabs. So keep those coming too.
Yes, and look, for tonight,
after this segment,
we're going to give Appollos Harris 300 plunger points and Dragnaught 300 plunger points that they can give out to everybody watching the show. So if you say some cool shit and Appollos or Drag like what you say, they can give you plunger points for it. So go ahead and suck up to them so you can get those sweet, sweet points.
Yes.
And look, the easiest way is to go ahead and subscribe to their YouTube channels, and both the links to both of their respective channels is below. And you need to go click and subscribe both. Go click on Drag's channel and then go click on Apollos' channel. I mean, look, you gotta love count somebody. So check it out. The first the way fair foul works is every day I do a deep dive on the news, just like I told y'all with shit we don't care about. And sometimes when I get to the end of these stories, I wonder to myself, was the end result fair or was the end result foul? So I'm going to read you guys a story. I'm going to ask you a question, and then we're going to have a conversation about it, all right? This first story comes from, because I know how much Monty loves sports. I know how much he loves sports ball. Comes from NBC Sports. All right? Now, this story is about Brett Favre praising Colin Kaepernick and Pat Tillman. Okay? Brett Favre did an interview with TMZ Sports in a video that was published last Sunday. And the former 49ers quarterback, Brett Favre, was asked in sports history, where did he think Colin Kaepernick would fall in sports history, with everything that's happened. And what Brett Favre said was, and I quote, "I can only think of, off the top of my head, Pat Tillman's another guy who did something similar that we regard him as a hero." So I'd assume, as far as Colin Kaepernick goes, I'd assume that hero status will be stamped on Kaepernick as well. Now, for those of y'all who don't know who Pat Tillman was a football player. He played in the NFL, and then he stopped playing football so he could become an Army Ranger. And then he was killed by friendly fire in 2004, right? So, it was tragic that he died. George W. George W. Bush, who was then president, you know, felt like he was a hero, and you know so that's who he is. That's who Pat Tillman is.
Yeah.
After Brett Favre made his comments about Colin Kaepernick, you know, and making that comparison, all the internet came after Brett Favre. Oh, there was a lot of angry whites, you know, as Charlemagne the God was. How dare Brett Favre compare Kaepernick to Pat Tillman getting killed as an army? Now, do we have a video that we can play, Monty?
Yes. Look, I'm gonna let it be dealer's choice because there was a Hodge twins video that where they said some shit about this.
I definitely want to see the Hodge twins video. What are the other options?
I have that. Those are the options for this one. It's their opinions on this shit. You know what? I would say go with number 5, Zoe. Go with number 5.
Okay. Video number 5, Zoe.
Yeah.
What did the Hodge twins think about Brett Favre giving his praise to Colin Kaepernick versus Pat Tillman? What did they say?
Here it comes.
Brett Favre said he assumes that when everything settles, that Colin Kaepernick is going to be labeled a hero, just like Pat Tillman.
Okay, all right. So we might need to go to another one. That was them just saying what Hannibal just said.
Okay.
No, because they actually like really go into detail.
Appollos saw this one. You know what? Look. Let's just go through them in order. Play number 6 next. Let's see what they said next. I clipped them out. I clipped out some key points.
Pat Tillman.
Yeah.
Right? All-star football player.
Yeah.
He had a multi-million-dollar contract ready to be signed.
Multi-million-dollar contract, man.
However, 9/11 just happened, right? And this galvanized him. He wanted to do something for this country.
Yep.
So he walked away from this multi-million-dollar contract.
Life-changing money.
Right? To join the Army Rangers. The reason why we call him a hero, because he believed in what that flag stands for. He believed in his country.
Yeah.
That's why he did what he did.
Okay, that was. Look, we Hannibal. We might just need to go through these videos.
Yeah, just go. Play them all.
This paints
the
story.
Let's do it.
Here's number 7. Here's number 7. Play number 7.
Yeah. Now let's look at the donkey. Yeah. The damn mule over here. This guy has made millions outside of football as an activist. What has this dude given up? He's still alive. The people that call him a hero, a lot of his supporters actually hate this damn country.
I don't hate this damn country.
Flag.
They hate everything what this country stands for.
I don't hate this, but what's in that? We got one more of them. Play them all. Let's hear it.
Colin Kaepernick is perpetuating a lie to black America. Yeah. He's oppressing his own people with that lie. That Black Lives Matter, all that money is going to white politicians. How the hell is Colin Kaepernick a hero?
Don't y'all work for Prager University?
And they frequently appear on Louder with Crowder.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. So, there you go.
So continue your fair call. What's the question?
I had not seen the Hodge twins video.
Yeah. So I sat and watched this entire motherfucker. I didn't put it in the description, but look this motherfucker up. Watch the whole thing. As I always say, don't fucking trust us. Go watch the whole thing. This is what I clipped out.
Go watch it yourself. Make up your own mind.
Yeah.
So after Brett Favre, attributed the hero status to Colin Kaepernick, Brett Favre, he released a correction tweet, and he said, including Pat Tillman's name in the interview on Colin Kaepernick was not a comparison of the two, but a recognition that they both sidelined their football dreams in pursuit of a cause. Pat tragically lost his life, making the ultimate sacrifice, and deserves the highest honor, right? Okay. So a lot of people got upset with Brett Favre, even suggesting that Colin Kaepernick could be a hero, or is a hero, or might be considered a hero. So the question here is it fair or foul that Brett Favre. Hold on, let me figure out how I want to word this first. Is it? I guess is Brett Favre's comparison fair or foul? Okay, is it fair? I guess is it? Yeah, let's do that. Is Brett Favre's comparison fair or foul? To compare the heroism of both men's giving up their football dreams in the pursuit of a cause. Is that
and make sure you tag us with your fair or foul.
Yeah, tag us. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, and we'll read your
is
tags.
It fair or foul for them to be labeled heroes? Both like Colin Kaepernick as well as Pat Tillman. Like, I don't think anybody's, questioning the heroism of Pat Tillman. Yeah, but there are people questioning the heroism of Colin Kaepernick. You know, certainly the light-skinned meatheads felt that way. I'm sure they have names, and one day I'll learn them.
Yeah, one day. They're the twins. They're the twins. But let's ask the people here. Like, I'll go after.
Yeah, go first. Everybody in the chat, let us know what you think. Is it fair or foul that Brett Favre? And should I say is it fair or foul that Brett Favre said that they're both heroes?
Yeah, is Brett Favre's statement fair or foul?
Yeah, is Brett Favre's statement fair or foul? Let us know what you think in the chat. Drag, Appollos Harris, everybody in the chat, let us know what y'all think. Let's talk about this shit. Let's see what everybody thinks about this.
Yeah, so who wants to go first? Drag, Appollos? Which one of y'all want to take this?
We'll let Mr. Harris go first.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna say it was fair for Brett Favre because, for one, that's his opinion. That's how that man feels.
Okay.
Right? And then I got to say foul to the Wonder Twins because they gonna get up. Because the one thing that really pissed me off about that whole thing, right, is because I served this country 21 years, right? So I've been everywhere possible.
Wait. Appollos, you served in the military?
Yeah, 21 years.
Shit, man. Look, thanks for that. I didn't know that about you, man. Awesome.
See that. Look, hey, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Shit, man. All right.
So for the Wonder Twins to actually really come out and say, oh, it's almost like he's saying that, okay, just because this man died, he got to be a hero. That's no, that is not how the song goes. Just like I said, I've been doing this for 21 years. At one point, I had 30 people up under me. I've been on all types of deployments. I did all types of missions for this country. And then like I say, for the Wonder Twins, they come out and say what the hell they say. Matter of fact, I almost thought I was watching the goddamn Super Parade. Right? When the Wonder Twins, when they came together, talking about when they claim ring, Wonder Twin powers activate. And basically what those two bastards said, form of a dumb motherfucker. And then brother form of another dumb motherfucker. So yeah, on both of them. And see, this is where I fought Brett Favre at, right? Stick to your guns, man. Mean what the fuck you say. Don't come back and listen to what these ignorant bastards said. Then you gonna come and change up your shit. The fuck is wrong with you? Right?
All right, fair enough. All right. Damn. All right, look. I'm just gonna chime in right now and say I'm with Appollos Harris. Drag, what you got?
I think it's very fair because I hate that people think that the only way to become a hero is to sacrifice your life. There are plenty of heroes that have done things in history that have not had to die. Like that's a ridiculous statement, right? And so when Favre offered his opinion on the matter as far as someone's heroism, that's not couched in well, you need to sacrifice blood in order to achieve that. Having a social change occur without violence should be a goal for us. And so I think that it was a bitch-ass move for the Wonder Twins, as they're now affectionately referred to as.
Yes, that's good shit.
In order for them to do that, right? Because it's like, well, hold on for a second. Should we ignore the Hodge twins here and their statements and their opinions until they die? should we then value them after they passed on? No, they want to be taken seriously now and here in the moment. So let's not pretend as though that gives more credence because someone has passed. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And look, I gotta read one right off the rip. My lawyer is in the chat. Shout out to drop one of clues bombs for Ben Walden. And look, for Benjamin, I'm glad that you watching the show. That's he's not just my lawyer, he's my motherfucking friend. Okay. And we usually talk every Wednesday. We call it Walden Wednesdays, where we just call and just catch up on life and shit. And I haven't been calling you because we do the shows on Wednesdays, so we have to switch it from Walden Wednesdays to I don't know, Ben Tuesdays or something. We go get tacos or something whenever you're in Atlanta. Anyway, my lawyer, Ben Walden, says the problem is that people compare things that are comparable on one level and then act like they're the same on every level, which they aren't.
Yeah.
This is true. This is very true.
All right. Well, what do you think before we go to the chat? Check him in the show notes.
I always save mine for the very last before we transition to the next segment.
All right.
So let's
check the show notes so that Zoe.
I'm in the motherfucker.
And that was,
please tell me that's some MONTYROTICA. Did somebody send some MONTYROTICA?
That was Black Guy TV. We got to get you on the show, man. I've checked out your shit. I like you. He said the Wonder Sellout. Yeah, I've been watching this shit. Black Guy TV is awesome. Go sub to him, y'all. He's awesome.
Yeah, and look, diecast racist with
I
Vaughn
stole $3,000.
Mr. Harris, please stop appropriating my beard.
Look, show me your beard. Look, he looks like Vaughn. No, Mr. Harris is rocking that better than you, man. Look, we gonna get into it. Y'all gonna see where we disagree. Like we're agreeing right now. Look, there's some brothers talking, agreeing right now. We're all on the same page. We're syncing up right here. We're all together.
Yeah, look. So far, we've agreed on a lot of things that I did not expect us to agree on. Okay, I didn't expect us to agree on, like, the fact that none of us gave a shit about Meghan Markle or Camilla Cabello or other things I talked about. The fact that we didn't care about none of that shit is amazing.
Yeah.
And look, who's your buddy just said asking an overweight coward about being a hero. That's hilarious. Love you, Drag. There you go. All right, so let's see what everybody has to say about this. All right, the first one comes from American Nightmare, the last year's shithead of the year, American Nightmare. Although people accuse him of Russian collusion, I'm not gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
Monty's, oh, you're fucking hilarious. So that because he said fair, and then what does Monty have in the background? Some white bitches because.
There were white women. What?
I got you. I see what you did. And look, that's bitches as a general term of endearment, okay? Not like, fuck these bitches. But man, look at them bitches. Okay? All right? There's a different meaning, okay? Very different meaning.
No, they're giving a thumbs up. Thumbs up.
American Nightmare says fair, but deport Montel for not watching football and not answering my text. Asshole. But Hannibal, looking smooth as always, and my podcast dropping a new episode tomorrow. I like that. You shout out to American Nightmare using the shameless plug, and go ahead and subscribe to American Nightmare's podcast. Your internet friends. Look, they did a 4-part episode with me and Monty, and that shit is awesome.
Look, I had shit to do, American Nightmare. I will respond to you. The only people who I responded to today were Hannibal, Zoe, and Dragnaught, and Appollos Harris. Those were the people I responded to today. I didn't have time for anything else.
But to be fair though, we did have a 35-minute discussion about Disney princesses. So
what's the next one, Hannibal?
Monty only likes the white ones. All right, hypothesis is next. Hypothesis says foul. I'd compare Kaepernick more to Drew Brees. Damn. And he says in getting in shit for his position.
Shit.
I get what he's saying. It's like Kaepernick, did some shit that got a lot of people agitated. It basically caused a lot of drama. It ends up becoming drama inception if you think about it, because Colin Kaepernick took a knee because he wanted to protest police brutality in America, and then Drew Brees made a comment about Colin Kaepernick that got him in trouble. So it was like, you got in trouble for this thing, and then you got in trouble for the thing that this nigga did. It was like, it just becomes like this. It becomes that. Yeah, go ahead. What do you got to say, Appollos?
I tend to look at Drew Brees the same way that I look at Brett Favre. I mean, for the most part, you say something, once you put it out there, first and foremost, make sure that that's what you want to say. And then, just like I said, I was a leader. 21 years, United States Army. There was plenty of times that I had said things that my troops didn't necessarily agree with. But when all talking is done, work still got done. Mission still got accomplished. So for Drew Brees to go out and say what he said, right? And then he getting all this backlash, right? Then he gonna flip script. Me personally, if I was on the team with Drew Brees and he would have said that, then it wouldn't have bothered me none, to be perfectly honest. But the first time that you go and you flip the script on what the fuck you said, now I got a problem with it. And so I have a problem with Drew Brees. Stick to your gun. Because just like I said, it was plenty of times that my soldiers and fellow NCOs, there was a lot of times that we didn't never agree on a whole bunch of stuff. But we say, but when it was all said and done, it was like, okay, I got it. Let's agree to disagree. But goddamn it, we got a mission to go have it. And so just like if Drew Brees would have just did that, then I've been good with it. And then Shannon Sharp don't talk to him like, who the fuck is Shannon Sharp? Okay? So I'm just like, Drew Brees, you can miss him with that one. So I'm good on that one.
I can tell one thing about Appollos right now. He was definitely in a cavalry unit.
Oh, we're getting into shit I don't know about right now. All right.
only guys in the cab use the word troop.
All right.
Is it Appollos? Is that true? Were you cavalry?
I was air defense.
Okay. I'm about to say I don't hear troop unless you're in the cavalry. Yeah, I was 11th Armored Cav.
Granted the fact, I dealt with it, some of them, from time to time, just like they be at the gym, I be at the gym, we exchange notes as far as like our workout routine, and then, that was it. So, but other than that, that's about as far as it goes. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let me move on to the next one. All right. Emily the neighbor, what did she say? Emily the neighbor said, fair. Heroism can be interpreted in many ways. There isn't a checklist. Yep. And look, I think Emily just hit the nail on the head, and I'm gonna go ahead and read the very next one. From Ace Wonder, D Flowers, MFN, my production partner for 22 years. Ace Wonder said, where is it at? Fair. This one is easy. Wait, there it is. Man, I was waiting for the name to pop up on the screen. It's so hilarious that, so for foul, it's a duck on the screen, and for fair, it's white women.
I love that. And look, just so y'all know, I did all this shit last time we did fair or foul for Hannibal to make these comments then. Hannibal's just noticing now that that's what I did.
You know why, Monty? Because I was working then, okay? All right? I didn't see it because I was working, all right? We're juggling a new system. I'm trying to figure it out. All right. Ace Wonder says, this one is easy. Both men sacrificed their careers, one voluntarily and one not, for what they believed in. Comparing their heroism is a waste. Cap is a hero to me. So, yeah. And look, and for me, that I think that sums up... that literally sums up exactly how I feel about the shit.
Yeah.
For me,
and remember to tag us with your answers. But continue.
Yeah, make sure you tag us with your answers. Because I think Ace wanted to hit the nail on the head. Nobody gets to do, like somebody might feel like fictitious character Ben Grimm is their hero, right? Who am I to tell that person that fictitious character shouldn't be their hero? There's people that feel like Donald J. Trump is their hero. Who am I to tell those people that man isn't a hero? I mean, if he's a hero to them, you know what I'm saying?
I can call him a piece of shit. He can be your hero. I think he's a piece of shit. But that's me.
Look,
that's me.
There you go. Look, all right, so Gray Man Gray Man said fair. Gray Man said fair. Though one guy lost his life, the other lost his football career and endorsement. So all the money he got makes up for that, and he donates most of it. Donates most of it away. And that one was from Gray Man. I was waiting for the screen to change while I said it.
Oh no,
that's why I paused. I was waiting on the.
Zoe wasn't ready. I was we were running short on time, but Gray Man, shout out to you. We thought you were going to go to the next one. Zoe wasn't ready. She was.
And the last one came from Token Black Man 7. Also, great name. Just Token Black Man number 7.
Yeah,
that is awesome. He says foul only on the issue that Kaepernick's comparison to Tillman's isn't the most apt. A comparison to Muhammad Ali would be more suitable. Okay, I see that. Okay. I see that. So he's saying foul on the comparison, not necessarily on the heroism. Okay, I got you.
All right, fair enough.
All right, look, and I'm with it. Okay, all right, let's move on to the next fair foul.
Switch the logo now. There we go.
Fair. So moving on to the next fair or foul. Is this the erase? Is this the senator? Marcy?
Yeah, this is the senator.
Oh man! All right. This story comes from WSET.com. That's WSET ABC 13 News in Richmond, Virginia. And I quote, "Let's be honest here. There's an overt effort here to erase all white history."
Yes.
That was the phrase uttered by Virginia Senator Amanda Chase, and she has responded to Governor Northam's decision to remove the Robert E. Lee statue from Monument Avenue in Richmond as soon as possible. Okay, she said, "Let's be honest here. There's an overt effort here to erase all white history." So, Governor Northam directed that the Robert E. Lee statue be moved off of its massive pedestal and put into storage while his administration seeks input on a new location. He said they will work with the community to determine the future, right? And the Richmond Mayor LeVar Stoney, I never met a white LeVar before. Richmond Mayor LeVar Stoney announced plans Wednesday to remove other Confederate monuments along Monument Avenue, which includes statues of Confederate President Jefferson Davis, Confederate General Stonewall Jackson, and J.E.B. Stewart. It just looks like Jim Stewart.
Yeah.
Those statues sit on city land, unlike the Lee statue, which is on state property. Now, everybody's like, a lot of people in the state seem like they were okay with this, but not Senator Amanda Chase. Amanda Chase felt some type of way about this.
Yes, she did.
Zoe, could you play the video of what Senator Amanda Chase put on her Facebook page about this? Let's see what she had to say about this.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I have a new update here, and this one actually has to do with an announcement that Mayor Stoney just made. Mayor Stoney has basically come out and said he's looking to remove all of our Confederate monuments.
Hang on. There you go. Here we go.
Shout out to Pimp Monk in the chat with us. Pimp Monk is in here. The Geek Room is in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see if Jeff Holiday is lurking somewhere. Hold on. Let me try to @ Jeff Holiday. No, Jeff ain't here. All right. We'll get him next time. All right. Go ahead and hit it, Zoe.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I have a new update here, and this one actually has to do with an announcement that Mayor Stoney just made. Mayor Stoney has basically come out and said he's looking to remove all of our Confederate monuments. You know, I've spoken advocately against erasing Virginia's history. This does not belong to Mayor Stoney. It belongs to all Virginians. It is our history. Do I think we should learn from it? Absolutely. And we should add to the monuments that are there. But you know, it disturbs me whenever I see people. You know, let's be honest here.
What are we doing?
There is an overt effort here to erase all white history. I mean, that's what they're looking at doing.
So I have to ask. So what type of white history would be erased hypothetically?
Oh man.
If she's saying that it's, if she's saying, so if I'm not mistaken, there's a particular brand of white history that was supposed to be conserved here by the Confederacy, and in order, so you don't have to believe me. I'm just going to read something just real quick. It's just a little bit, okay? Now, I think that it's important that people understand what she wants to preserve, right? And so I'm just going to read a few lines here from the Cornerstone speech that people wanted to preserve. Since there's an overt effort to remove white history, let's look at what she is saying is going to be removed. Our new government is founded upon exactly the opposite idea. Its foundations are laid. Its cornerstone rests upon the great truth that the Negro is not equal to the white man. That slavery subordination to the superior race is his natural and normal condition. This, our new government, is the first in the history of the world based upon this great physical, philosophical, moral truth.
Yeah,
That's what she's talking about is going to be erased.
I mean, look, think about it. Like, when people talk about the greatest basketball player of all time, there's a reason we say Larry Bird.
Like, it's amazing that the Germans know what happened during World War II with all that Hitler memorabilia just destroyed or in museums. Somehow they're able to remember it, but man.
Well, look, listen. Senator Chase said that.
And
let's be honest.
Oh, wait.
Let's be honest here. There's an overt effort here to erase all white history. So here's the fair foul question, okay? To you, Drag, to you, Appollos Harris, to Monty, to everybody in the chat, to our lovely producer Zoe. Is it fair or foul that we are trying to erase white history? Is that fair or foul?
Yeah. Is it fair? Is it fair? Like,
yeah. Is it fair or foul? Look, let us know. All right. Because look, every Wednesday at the Black People meetings, we conspire.
Yeah. And look. I've seen Appollos there, and I've been like, I don't know who this nigga is. I don't talk to him, and I'm sorry I didn't talk to you, bro. Because I like you, Appollos.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yeah. But he's always at the meetings. I'm like, who is this nigga over here? And I just keep moving. But I'm sorry, man. And I'm gonna talk to you at the next one. We're gonna hang out.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna get some punch. We're gonna have a glass of punch together.
Yeah. Is it fair or foul that we are trying to erase white history? So Appollos, Greg, Monty, everybody in the chat, let us know what y'all think. Is it fair or foul that we are trying to erase white history?
That's foul. Is bullshit. You don't erase history by taking down a fucking statue. That's literally not how that works.
Hey, if we take the statues down, how will they learn? Okay. When I was in school, okay, when I went to John McDonough 39, okay, when I was in elementary school, when history class rolled around, they would take us outside and look at statues.
That's how y'all learn. Y'all stand here, look at this, lick it. You taste that copper, lick that shit. Now you gonna remember what happened. You now absorb the memories of everyone who fought in this battle.
Hey, it tastes like pennies. All right, just trying to let you know.
Yeah. Appollos Harris.
You always wanted to be the person that licked the statue first. You never wanted to be the person that licked it last. You don't want to lick the statue after Kevin. He nasty.
Yeah, fuck Kevin. Fuck Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin was eating booty back then, okay?
Yeah.
So, Appollos Harris, what'd you think? Everybody in the chat, let us know what y'all think. Appollos Harris, is it fair or foul that we are trying to erase white history? What do you think?
Me, personally, I'm going to say foul because, and here's the reason why. When she says we, who the fuck is we? That's what I want to know.
There we go.
And then you might want to see if this bitch is actually really kin to Ross Perot. And he came in with that same shit too. Come out that you people shit. So I'm just like, well, whatever the fuck her name is, right? When you say we, who the fuck you referring to? Right? I mean, cause you can't just put this you know, it's almost like this bitch done farted and then go try to blame it on the next motherfucker. Right?
And look, Apollos, hold on, let me pause you for a second, Apollos, because I want to read y'all a little bit more of what she said, all right? And she posted this video to her Facebook page. God bless Facebook, all right? And look, Facebook exists. We're not erasing white people. Zuckerberg still exists. I use Facebook every day.
And Hannibal, after you read this, can I add a little color to your fair file? Or not color. A little, can I add a little orange to your, color. Can I add a little orange to your fair file before we wrap this one up? But finish saying what you're saying.
Of course. She said, look, Senator Amanda Chase said, listen, our grandfathers were guilty of slavery, and that is wrong. And I denounce that. I feel like slavery is wrong. It is evil. We should never own another human being. But that's not the only thing that Robert E. Lee and others were known for. They did other things. There is not one human being that has not committed a sin. We need to be respectful of everybody's culture and how everybody feels about these monuments. Yeah. Personally, I think that we need to be respectful. This is a First Amendment issue. We need to remember that these are expressions, artistic expressions. It just gets me that they think somehow it's okay for them to revise history and eliminate the parts of our history that they don't like and that they don't appreciate.
Okay.
That's so ironic.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know why those statues are even up, there's a group called the Daughters of the Confederacy, right? They're the ones who put those statues up after the war. And a part of their efforts were to cleanse the reputation of their fallen fathers and shit, okay? These are actual, like, daughters of some of these Confederate generals and shit. So they are also the ones, if y'all seen, not American History X, Birth of a Nation, they are partially responsible for that movie being produced.
Drag knows what's up.
Right? The original Birth of a Nation, not the one that came out a couple years ago. Those are two very different movies, by the way.
Dramatically different. So that you talk about the same group who are also promoting the idea that no, their forefathers and shit were not in the war to preserve slavery. When in fact, I literally just read the Cornerstone speech, which was a cornerstone of their efforts. So it's interesting that they are trying to revise history in the wake of their loss, and so people taking down their statues is a testament to actually honoring the real history. We erect monuments to people and individuals and ideas and all that shit that we want to exalt. We're not going to exalt seditionists. Why would anyone want to exalt seditionists? We can remember them in many ways, but let's not take up space in our public square for people who wanted to dissolve the Union.
Yeah, there you go. See, and look. Before we get further into the question, I just want to add to it because I just at 8:32 tonight, half an hour ago, I'm signed up to Donald Trump's email list. I'm on the motherfucker. I just at 8:32 got an email.
Kaga.
And the subject line is Jesus is racist. And when I opened it, Zoe, can you pull up that first image? That's a screenshot. I didn't crop it or anything. You can still see our show right there when I saw it. And it's a tweet from Sean King saying, yes, the statues of the white European they claim is Jesus should also come down. They are a form of white supremacy, always have been. In the Bible, when the family of Jesus wanted to hide and blend in, guess where they went? Egypt, not Denmark. Tear them down. They have gone insane. They are totally and completely unhinged. And I didn't read any more past that.
To be fair, Jesus might have went to Denmark if he knew which direction it was in.
Yeah. But I just got that. This is the type of shit. This is what Trump sends. Because we're on this statue shit and he's fighting to keep these fucking statues up. What's up?
Hold on now.
Hold on.
Is this gonna be like the next fair file? Because
no, I'm just, since this is about statues, I just wanted to add. If you have something to say about it, say it, Appollos Harris.
Well, no, because I already did a piece on Sean King, about that. So,
all right, look. Ignore the fact that it was Sean King, though. But just take the stuff.
But the whole thing talking about Jesus being racist, I'm like, huh? Okay.
All right. Yeah. No. It just because it was about the statues and we're talking about statues. I was like, let me piggyback and throw this in. This is fresh. This just happened.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay.
I just threw it in. But yeah. But Apollos, is it fair or foul that we are trying to erase white history? What do you think about that?
It's foul. I mean, but you know what? I'm trying to word this right.
Okay.
Because now you say it's okay. Well, look at it like this. It's fair because what the hell they been doing to August? they've been getting our shit out the way like forever and a day, right?
Yeah.
What about all of the firsts that we have accomplished, right? Hell, go on and on, right? Because we can sit up here right now and be like, okay, well, who was the very first president of the United States? Or who was the very first congressman of this country, right? But a lot of times, and I can name off some names right now, right? But unless somebody tells you, right? You ain't finna find it in their history book.
Yeah.
Right?
This nigga spitting.
So for the most part, what's her name again? Well, I don't even got no. She go suck a fat baby's balls.
Her name is Senator Amanda Chase. Look, I understand her concern.
Amanda Chase, I hope you listening, but 9 times out of 10, you ain't. But guess what? You can go suck a fat baby's balls with that bullshit.
Look, we're all on the same page. Look at that. Look at us getting along. I agree with it.
Let's take it to the chat. Let's see what the chat has to say about this. Let me go ahead and. All right, here we go. All right, the first one comes from John Weiss. John Weiss, look at Zoe, right, just ready with it immediately. Look at you, like drop one. Look, everybody, give a round of applause to our lovely producer Zoe. She's Monty's 15-year-old daughter, and she produces the fuck out of this shit. All right.
She's better than some 40-year-old men I know that can't produce worth a damn.
I know. Well, how you gonna just call Monty out right on the show that you
shit? Goddamn.
John Weiss says, fair if that's the easy one to erase. More power to you. Erase that shit. I'm more about the myth and legend than history anyway. There you go. The next one comes from M.O. I know it's probably Mo, but I'm gonna say M.O. He says fair. There we go. Fair. The last time I checked, skin pigmentation on its own doesn't have history. Culture has history. The chemicals that color your skin do not. That's true. Melanin doesn't have history. You know what I'm saying? But Black Girl Magic is something else. Well, Monty, you have to take my word, me and Drag's word on it. But it's pretty
Fuck you.
Pen Ultima. What's going on, Pen? I ain't see you in the chat. I got you. I see it. Pen Ultima says, file for your phrasing. Yeah, look, it is fine. Look, Em Dubois called me out on it too. Give Pen Ultima and Em Dubois plunge points for that, because I did say, is it fair or foul that we are trying to eliminate white history? Look, that's what she said. I was just, listen, I didn't even know that I was doing it until a U.S. senator told me I was doing it.
Yeah, like, aren't we supposed to trust our senators?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, technically she's Virginia senator, so she's not my senator or your senator or Appollos Harris's senator or Drag senator. Actually, Apollos, I don't know where you are. I don't know what state you're in, so you might be in Virginia. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, you in Texas? All right. Okay. All right. Well, she's not none of our senators, so maybe she didn't mean us. Maybe she just meant the people.
But you know what? Can I say something?
Yeah.
Let's just say if that bitch was my senator, I'd kick her ass.
Look at that.
Damn.
U.S. government. Look at you.
Yes.
Pen Ultima says, file, Hannibal, file for your phrasing. You're right. I take that. But losers don't get medals or statues. Losers only get pizza at the bowling hall after all is settled. Damn. I always like those that pizza at the bowling the bowling alley. You know, now I feel like a loser for liking that pizza. But Penultimate's got a point. Emily the Neighbor says fair. Hashtag take them down, NOLA. Not enough characters for me to sufficiently explain what I think. All right, there you go, Emily the Neighbor. The next one comes from Crimson. What's going on, Crimson? A friend of the shit show. He was on an episode. Crimson was on it was the Fantastic Four episode, right?
Yes.
Or was it Bad Comic Book episode?
It was the Fantastic Four one, and Crimson, you fucked up our list, man. You fucked up our list. We'll get you back on. We'll get you back on.
But Crimson says fair because we don't have statues of traitors. Well, no, I get what you're saying, and I agree. And the last one comes from Who's Your Buddy that says, foul, we need to learn from history, lest we repeat it. But if we shouldn't, but we shouldn't glorify the treasonous actions of those who couldn't bring themselves to see others as.
And just so y'all know, get your fair files in early. The way it's working is to keep up with time because we can't read them all, or the show will last 7 hours.
Look, listen.
So we're getting first come, first serves.
I can do a whole show of just fair file. Y'all don't even know. I have so many fair files saved up for y'all. Like, we could just do a whole show that's nothing but fair file. I got one about Rhode Island. I got one about Arizona. Trying to criminalize.
And we'll get to those nickel chats and any super chats you send right after fair file before the next segment.
The state of Arizona is trying to pass a law criminalizing the recording of cops in public. Okay, I got a lot of stories from fair file. I got LA is trying not to pay cops overtime that was working during the riots. So I got a lot of fair files to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
them. Look, I do a deep dive on the news, and look, because we're running out of real estate here, I'm gonna elect for us to go past the next fair file and go to our next segment because we got some other stuff to get to, and we got Appollos Harris, we got Drag hanging out with us, we got the Geek Room in the chat, we got Pimp Monk in the chat, Fuck Melanoma is sitting funny.
Okay. Well, let's get into these nickel chats and Streamlabs. Let's see what we got and who subscribed to us so far. Like, let's pull all that up.
Gotcha. I'm pulling it up right now. Let's see. We got Yes, love it. The Geek Room sent us some money and said, this woman is spitting Billy's hair. It said, stole your joke, Billy. Hashtag Billy is the worst producer. I love Billy from the Geek Room.
Damn.
You know,
Zoe's got you beat, Billy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Buck Melanoma
Geek
sent
Room,
us some money.
Geek Room, all you got to do is throw a sweet Halloween and collard greens at the end of your show. You got Zoe.
Yeah, look. Buck Melanoma says that lady is a state senator, a.k.a. nobody. Black Guy TV says the monuments that were put up after the civil rights movements were just put up there to mess with black people. Yep. Absolutely. Let's see. Mo says luckily the Wonder Twins didn't say form of Myles Garrett and then beat each other with a helmet. Kid, notice me, senpai. I think that's for you, Drag.
You said that? They know how to get my attention. Lobster bisque and titty pictures. Send them.
Yeah. See?
Lobster bisque and titty pictures, right? Yeah. And unlike Monty, Drag doesn't care what type of titties you send him.
Most of them in white. Vast majority.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look,
I don't share either. That's confidential.
Being from New Orleans, I've learned that that's pretty easy. Just like, send me your titties. Black girls, like, you gotta take her out first. You gotta ask her.
Talk to her, treat like a person, all sorts of shit.
You gotta ask her about bitches she worked with you on that shit. Oh, tell me about the girls you work with that you don't get along with. And it's like, that's a 45-minute respite right there. I can just play on Instagram for 45 minutes while she tells me about girls she don't work with. That might be, is that true of white women too? Can you do that with white women? Can you just be like, hey, tell me about women you work with that you don't like?
I thought we were reading super chats. Let's just read some super chats.
Black Guy TV also called Wonder Sellouts. And I think that's Look, ain't nobody sending no MONTYROTICA.
No, they don't have to send MONTYROTICA. Look, there's a bunch of new people here. They don't need to see that shit.
Just one person send in some MONTYROTICA for like $1 or $2.
No,
you
stop.
Send us some MONTYROTICA.
No,
and Monty's gonna
it costs
read
more than that.
Whatever you send, Monty. I didn't disrespect you when you were talking. I let you say everything you needed to. All right. I did not talk over you. So allow me the same respect, sir.
Go.
What I'm about to do.
If you guys send us some MONTYROTICA, okay? If you send us your erotica, we go full screen. We make it's a whole presentation. Send it in. And look, Monty secretly tells me he doesn't want y'all to know it. And y'all can't see it right now because he's dark-skinned, so y'all can't tell when dark-skinned niggas is blushing, right? But he tells me every day how the MONTYROTICA is making his sex life so much more interesting and invigorated, with his white girlfriend. He's like, you guys have introduced some ideas into the boudoir. That means bed. For those of y'all who don't Cajun or French, y'all have introduced some very interesting things that they never considered, and now they're doing that shit.
Red Scare just sent us a nickel chat and said, just rewatch your viewing of the Gail Cord Schuler racist video with Jeff Holiday. Funny as fuck. It was funny for you.
Yeah, it was so hard because I was like, man, I really want to punch this bitch, but I can't punch this bitch through the computer.
Yeah, and this is old also. Like, we're never watching it again. Like, that was a strategic viewing of that video, and it was painful.
So I'm gonna do this. I already made some nasty ass erotica for GMAN and Irate Alex. I just replaced Alex's name with fucking Monty's. So how about this? I'm sending it to you on Facebook right now, Hannibal. And y'all set how much y'all want somebody to donate, and then you read it off because it's bad. I mean it's bad, it's real bad.
Well, look, for me, So look, for right now, since we don't have a dollar amount set for this month,
look, there might need to be a dollar amount set for that shit.
This one's bad.
Look, this is Drag saying this. There's a dollar amount for that. I'm not reading that for $2. Whatever the fuck it is, I have not seen it. I am not reading that for $2. Whatever it is.
You haven't even seen it yet. So
look, I've been following this motherfucker for it's been at least 2 years now, right?
I'm reading it right now.
Oh man. Oh yeah. This is happening. This is happening.
Like I said, y'all better.
I just got to look. I got to figure out how to copy and paste it. Oh man, Monty, boy, you gonna get some pussy tonight.
All right. Anyway, let's keep this show moving. It's time for the next segment.
Okay, go to the next segment.
Did we get all the shit done? All right, let's go into important shit. Now we're about to ramp it up a bit.
$3,000.
We're about to ramp it up a bit. All right. We're gonna get to that. Wait, we should get to that now before we go into important shit.
I got you. No, I got you. I'm on it. All right, so check it out. Just now we got here we go. Mo says Mo says, I binge watched a season of Rick and Morty while a lady friend told me about the girls at work she doesn't like. It's true. There you go. So apparently it's a thing that all women do. John Vice, my motherfucker, I love this man. Send us some MONTYROTICA for $1. Yes.
Fuck you, John Vice. Also, we got a nickel chat from Becky Goodhair. She said, "Yum, I love bald-headed men. Is Appollos Harris single and whatnot?" There you go,
yes.
Appollos.
Are you single? The ladies want to know. Becky with the good hair. Also, fantastic fucking name.
Yeah.
Becky Goodhair.
Yeah. So there you go. Fuck you, John Vice. All right, look.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get this MONTYROTICA because you sent it as like a document file. I'm just trying to figure out how to get it.
Don't worry about it. Look, there's got to be a dollar amount.
I stole $3,000.
We need to talk about that shit first.
Shit. All right.
Oh, look, Fabrino just sent us a big look. Read it. Yes.
No,
you gotta read it.
Look, we haven't set a dollar amount, Fabrino. Don't do that shit to me. We haven't set an amount. I'm not reading. I don't know what's in there. I'm not doing. We got Appollos Harris here. This is about Appollos, not Monty reading MONTYROTICA. Let's just figure this shit out.
Appollos Harris, since you're the guest in our house.
No.
Hear Monty read this MONTYROTICA.
No, look. These people did not come here for this. They came for the shit that we're about to get into.
Another one.
All right, let's get this shit over with.
Let's go to the next.
Let's do it. I'm gonna do these 2 MONTYROTICAs, and then we'll figure out the dollar amount. See, y'all are trying to set me up. I'm not falling for the shit. Thank you. Look, Appollos is the only one on my side.
I'm sending it to you in Skype now, Monty.
All right. In Skype. All right. But until we got 2 others to get through.
Yeah, look, John Weiss sent one, and Hypothesis sent one.
No, Hypothesis didn't send a MONTYROTICA. That's just a. Oh wait, yeah, it is. Never mind. Fuck. Okay.
Oh man. Let's
just do those and move on to the next segment. Right after I finish, let's fucking start the shit.
There you go, Monty.
That looks long. I'll read it in a second. I'll read it.
Okay, wait. Will you at least read the John Weiss and the High?
I will read the 2 we got. They paid for.
I love producer Zoe. Can you transition the screen for us, please, for Monty? There you go. This got the music playing?
And then the music changed, and then it's just me by myself.
Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for another installment of the Mahogany Throat himself, Monty, as he reads MONTYROTICA.
Fuck you.
All right. Gotcha.
Fuck you.
You're my brother, and I love you.
Yeah, fuck you. Here we go. First one. This is from John Weiss. I don't know what this says all the way through. I just see the beginning. But fuck you in advance. That better not be more. Okay. All right. I move slowly up the statue. I rubbed my fingers slowly over its white marble. I gently ease my way into the rising. All right, it's breaking up weird. I gently ease my way into erasing its creamy, dreamy history. The statue and I were both hard and long before it fell. Okay, I like that one, John. I fucked the statue till it fell. All right, I'm fine with that. Fuck racism. I see it. I get it. All right, that works.
You literally fucked racism.
Yeah, I like it.
It's porn with a story.
Yeah, I like it.
I thought this was going to be a big debate between Drag and Apollo's shitty mic, but it's just a regular show. I You'll only get a 20 for this one instead of my usual 50 for blue balling me like that.
Oh, you're about to get some shit. We're about to get into it.
That one includes balls and autonomy. That's hilarious.
All right, so let me get to the next one. Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of incest, said one Hodge twin. Shape of wincest, said the other. The first Hodge twin caresses the other's bare chest, swirling each other's tongues in their mouths, and began to tug on each other's belts. Stop! No! Fuck! That's bull. Look, Zoe, important shit. Intro for important shit. Let's just get into it. No.
FlyingZombies.com, Blog Talk Radio, and Team MFN proudly present Hannibal and Monty's Action News with L. Damon on sports, Keith, the man on the street, meteorologist scientist Mel on weather, and Hannibal and Monty's Action News anchors, Hannibal and Monty. And now, here's lead anchor Monty with Monty's important shit.
All right, here we go. Are we ready for this? How am I looking?
And look, let me go ahead and do it.
I gotta ask something right fast. It seems like gave the Hodge twins, the Wonder twins, look like everybody else, you know, is jumping on that. So,
that's all you, my dude. You name them the Wonder Twins. That's yours. That's yours.
Okay, all right.
You know what? Give Appollos Harris 50 plunger points for that. That's yours. That's yours. That's all you. That's all you. That's a good name.
We got 124 people watching. We got 114 likes. Let's go ahead and make the amount of people watching the show match the amount of people that like the show. The like button has been quarantined for 3 months, and she is frisky as hell. She is like, I want you to put your hands around my throat, squeeze tight, but not enough to knock me out.
Yeah.
Press that like button.
Yeah, let it happen. And
she nasty, just like Monty and the MONTYROTICAs.
Fuck you. That's anyway. Important shit. The way this segment works is, this is the shit show's version of 3 Truths and a Lie. That's what we're about to do. Except I went through recent events. And what I did was I picked some random things that have recently happened. 3 of them actually happened. 1 of them didn't. And to keep it interesting, let me get the chat up so that I can see it. Tag us with your answers also, so that I see them first. Just tag 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know which one you think is the fake one, or tag us with whatever you think the answer is. So, let's get this started. And we will give, what do you think, Hannibal, for this one? 25?
I was gonna say 72. So how about we just
72? Look, wait. What about 33?
Bam. I like it. Yep, I like it. Let's give everybody 33 plunger points.
Okay, 33 plunger points for every correct answer. You only get 1 guess. 1 guess. So hear me out. All right. So, and you will have, I wish we had a 15-second timer. You will have, wait, do we have a 15? Yeah, no.
Only 30.
You'll have 30.
I'll make a 15-second.
Yeah. You'll have 30 seconds. So, and I'm going to go through, let me run through them all. As soon as I hit the last one, the timer starts. And then we'll run through the panel. We're going to go Hannibal, Drag, then Appollos. Then, you know, the time will run out, then we'll check your stuff, then we'll move on. All right. So, here we go. Starting with the first one. Just recently, in the news, a man named George Floyd was brutally killed by a police officer. That's my first one. And my next story is 4 years ago, Donald Trump was elected president of the United States of America. The next one, the planet that we live on is shaped like a ball. The third one is right now, there is a global fucking pandemic happening. Those are the 4.
Wait, so three are true and 1 of them is supposed to be a lie?
Yes. Which one? Let's go with Drag first. Which one do you think is?
Oh, wait, read out the first one again. I still forgot the first one was.
George Floyd was brutally murdered by a police officer.
Yeah, the Trump one's off because it's 2020 right now.
Yeah,
but he said he got elected. Year. But he got elected president 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Wait,
was it?
Wait, and then
that one's off.
Wait, Donald Trump is president. There's a global pandemic. The Earth is round. George Floyd got murdered by the police.
Yeah. That's the 4. One of them's not real.
Who is calling me right now?
Do you have an answer, Drag?
Yeah, I think the Trump one. Whatever number was the Trump one.
Okay.
Well, no,
Trump's the president right now. Like, Appollos Harris, what do you think?
What, all of them were just Donald Trump?
Which one is the fake one?
Which one is the fake one?
Yeah, which one didn't actually happen?
Donald Trump?
You think Donald Trump's not president?
Wait, he's president, but he ain't been here for a year.
No, he's been president for the last 4 years.
Well, I'm okay. Well, I just because I'm, people count different. But about what is it? The Earth being shaped by a ball, like a ball or whatever.
Yeah.
False due to trick photography.
All right, was the timer going? Oh, Zoe didn't start the timer. I think our time's up. Look, I'll just let y'all.
Just start. Wait. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Monty. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, look. Yeah, fuck the timer. I'll just go with it. Look, I didn't hear the timer, but they're all actual things. They're all real. None of them's fake. If you guessed that none of them were fake, then you get plunger points. So
I refuse to believe Donald Trump is president. I reject your reality.
Yes. I understand. If you guessed that none of them were fake, then yeah. Who knew that one would throw people off? That one. Yeah, but yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of people that feel like the Earth is flat. Like way more people, way too many people think the Earth is flat.
Appollos Harris, what do you think about the shape of the Earth? I've never seen a video on your channel about the shape of the planet.
Yes, Geek Room, the game is rigged. Okay, all right. Monty's a filthy rigger.
Look, that's the first time I've ever done that. First time I've ever said they're all real.
Okay, a rigger. Okay, and I'm using the hard ER on it too. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, I got a fair file with you, with a white lady saying "nigger," and she holds it.
Really?
Yes.
Look at her. All right.
Yeah. Look at. She catch hands immediately afterwards.
Yeah, you know what video I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know which one I'm talking about.
My mother sent that one to me.
Yeah, that was. I don't normally laugh at old white ladies getting punched in the face, but I spit out my coffee and made a huge mess when that shit happened. But anyway, back to the topic. So yeah, let's. Where was I? Appollos, the shape of the Earth. Where are you on this?
Shape of the Earth?
Yes.
It's not flat. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Look.
It's not.
It's not flat. I'll tell you that much. Now, I will actually really say, like the images that NASA has produced is nothing more than trick photography. Now, now if y'all want to see the conspiracy that's coming out of me, then there it is right there. Now, as far as like these flat Earth people out there is concerned, the Earth is, the Earth is not flat. Matter of fact, the Earth ain't never been flat.
Okay.
I cannot prove this. You can either go outside, and if you're around some mountains, there you go. But then again, if you really want to get you more technical about that, right? Hell, the human body comes from the Earth. When was the last time that you ever saw a flat person?
Okay.
My prom date in high school, she was flat.
But wait.
I don't know if you're talking about that type of flat.
Yeah, hang on. We're getting off topic. We're getting off topic. Hang on. So, let me refine the question and ask you this: Appollos Harris. Let me make sure I'm pointing. Is that you're right.
Yeah.
There. Is the Earth round?
Round?
Yes.
Well, which shape? Which shape do you think the Earth is, Appollos?
As far as like it being round, yeah. I mean, I give you that. on so many levels, you know, minus what the fuck NASA has put out there. You know, I mean, I don't want to sound biblical or anything, but it actually really says over there, I forget where it is, but it actually really gives us a description of the earth as a sphere.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. It actually like really does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. We're with you on that. All right. Look, we're good. Like there were some sticky parts to that. Like actually, like really. There were some sticky parts to that.
Yeah.
But we got there. Like we're getting to the conspiracies there. Like we got some shits to get into.
Okay.
There's some bits in there that I'm concerned about, and I mentioned conspiracies, and I know Hannibal has been on conspiracies for a while, and let's roll into some conspiracy shit, and let's get into what's eating Hannibal so he can get that off his chest, so we can finally talk about this shit. So let's get into what's eating Hannibal.
Yeah, let's get into what's pissing me off this week. Let's do it.
I made him watch a bunch of shit. So
run my theme music.
Often imitated but never duplicated.
Yeah, that's it. OG, original gangster, original gangster, original gangster.
Women drivers, people who talk during the movie, customers who cannot make up their mind while ordering food.
They shit on LA, they shit on Chicago, they shit on Miami, they shit on New Jersey.
New Yorkers, Atlanta Falcon fans, possibly people from Alaska.
They hate Canadians, they hate the South, they hate the rain, they hate the snow, they hate murder, they hate crime, they hate fucking everything. They hate the Knicks when they're winning, they hate the Knicks when they're losing.
Indecisive morons, blithering idiots, humans. These people have formed a burning question. What is grinding Hannibal's gears?
Dun, 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 dun. Yes. What's eating Hannibal? Okay. There we go. Let me get my neck cracked so I can get ready for this shit. Okay. All right. Let's see if I sweat out this mask tonight like I do every night I do this shit. Okay. There is not a day that goes by where I'm scrolling online, scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Twitter, and I see someone I know sharing a dumbass conspiracy theory. And these dumbass conspiracy theories will typically come from people I believed to be intelligent people that normally fact check their shit before they post it. Every motherfucking day, I see a new post about a miracle cure to the coronavirus, or a celebrity death hoax, or some bullshit about the Democrats, or some bullshit about the Republicans, or some bullshit about Black Lives Matter, or some bullshit about the protests, or some bullshit about Donald Trump, and it goes on and on and on and on. And look, y'all, it's exhausting, okay? It's exhausting. I see these dumbass conspiracy theories, and I initially try to correct people, right? I had a friend of mine post a celebrity death hoax recently about Will Ferrell, okay? So my partner was like, rest in peace to one of the GOATs. I loved you and Step Brothers. I told my homie to take that shit down, right? And he got mad at me. He said I was disrespecting the memory of a comedy legend. I told him, nah, nigga, you disrespecting the life of a man who's still alive, okay? Will Ferrell is not dead. He's alive and well. He just posted a video online just now. Now, you would think that that would be the end of the exchange, right? Wrong. Okay? This nigga proceeded to e-fight with me for 30 more minutes. At a certain point, a bunch of other people started telling him that he was wrong too, and afterwards, he saw that multiple news websites supported the fact that Will Ferrell was very much alive, and then my homie eventually removed the post. And here's the craziest shit. The source of his information was a satire site called iNewsWire, and the article was from 2006. He's not even sharing no new dumb shit, okay?
Yeah.
So I want to use this What's Eating Hannibal to ask you all to do your Googles before sharing dumbass conspiracies. Please, 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 okay? Stop sharing these dumbass conspiracy theories, because every time you do, all I can think to myself is this.
There you go.
Oh, play it one more time, Zoe. Play it one more time.
There you go.
That's right. How stupid can this guy be? I saw somebody post this shit the other day. Was COVID-19 created to distract us from a doomsday asteroid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bruh, no. Bruh,
What?
no, it's not. All right.
No.
A Facebook
That's not where it
post
came from.
from user Scott W. claimed that NASA and the Vatican were hiding the discovery of a doomsday asteroid, and world leaders had implemented a scapegoat virus, the coronavirus, in order to distract the global population from their imminent demise and force people to spend more time with their family as they sheltered in place. Scott W. posted this shit. The world deserves to know the truth. Please brace yourself for the following information I'm about to share with you. It's not going to be easy to understand or cope with, and I'm sure many will reject this truth entirely, but I can no longer keep this classified information from the public, so do with it what you will. Scott W. goes on to say that after discovering a doomsday asteroid was approaching Earth, world leaders created the COVID-19 pandemic in an effort to distract the world population, from their impending death, and force everybody to spend time with their families during Earth's final days. Okay? This is right. Say, bro, the leaders of the world did not uniformly all come together, holding hands, singing Kumbaya to tell citizens to stay the fuck home and be with their families. Each country had its own leadership, and each leadership gave a different message of how to handle the coronavirus. And here in the United States, our president is like, man, fuck that. Y'all better get y'all ass back to work. Fuck that Chinese virus. Okay? Plus, if the plan was keeping families together, then the plan still fails. How many people all over the world are separated from their families because of either shelter-in-place orders or travel restrictions? How about all the old people stuck in assisted living facilities? What about the goddamn cruise ship passengers that were stuck at sea? Oh yeah, and what about the asteroid itself? Because according to NASA, the asteroid in question was passing Earth. Notice how I said past tense was passing Earth at a safe distance of nearly 4 million miles, which is 16 times farther than the moon. Okay, so I want to use this What's Eating Hannibal to ask y'all, do your Googles before sharing dumbass conspiracy theories. Please, please, please stop sharing these dumbass conspiracy theories, because every time you do, all I can think to myself is this. So big can this guy be?
There you go.
One more time, Zoe. Play it one more time. So big can this guy be? And let's stick to COVID-19. One of the big ones I have to fight about all the fucking time is when people say to me, well, every year there's an election, there's a major viral outbreak, right? Every time somebody says this to me, I want to punch them in their stupid bitch cunt mouths, okay? First off, there are elections every motherfucking year in the United States. Sure, we have presidential elections every 4 years, but we also have midterm elections, gubernatorial elections, special elections, state elections, local elections. Look, I ran out of fingers counting all the goddamn elections we have. So using this metric of every year there's an election, there's a major virus outbreak is a dumbass idea, because by that logic, you can tie every virus to any election year that you fucking want. And let's dive just a little bit deeper. Are these viruses being released to influence American elections specifically? Like, how did the release of SARS in 2004, according to this meme, lovely producer Zoe, can you pull up the meme?
She's working on it now. She's figuring
all right,
it out.
that's fine. I'm going to keep ranting, right? So in 2004, according to the meme that's been floating around, so how did the release of SARS in 2004 influence the 2004 presidential election? Was the virus released to kill George W. Bush supporters in Middle America? Or was it released to slow John Kerry's support in Florida and Ohio? Or maybe just maybe, this dumbass meme was made by a dumbass person that did zero research into the matter, because the SARS virus, as we know it, existed between November 2002 to July 2003, not 2004. There were only 27 known cases in the United States with 0 reported deaths in 2003. SARS didn't happen in 2004, the year George W. Bush was reelected. According to Snopes, SARS was first reported in February 2003, which wasn't a presidential election year, and was deemed contained in the U.S. by May 2003. So not only is the information inaccurate, where is it at? Over here? Over here. There we go. Not only... I'm covering it up. Okay. Not only is the information inaccurate, but it's also incomplete. And look, I could go through this entire fucking meme and break down every single virus with the year of its release and the impact it didn't have on the U.S. elections. But it would take up way more time than I want to spend on this topic, okay? So I want to use this What's Eating Hannibal to ask y'all, do your Googles before sharing dumbass conspiracy theories. Please, please, please stop sharing these dumbass conspiracy theories, because every time you do, all I think to myself is this. And look, while we're on the subject of dumbass conspiracy theories, let's go ahead and knock out a couple other ones, okay? Tupac and Elvis are both dead. The earth is very much round, or an isosceles, or whatever the fuck. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, it's not flat, okay? Right? The earth is very much not flat. 5G towers are not spreading the coronavirus.
I stole
if you swallow your
$3,000.
gum, thank you. If you swallow your gum, it will not take 7 years to move through your digestive tract. Albert Einstein never flunked math. Benjamin Franklin didn't discover electricity by flying a kite in the rain. The Simpsons don't be predicting everything. I mean, sometimes they do predict stuff, but a lot of those predictions come from like episodes that came out after the fact. Y'all just don't watch The Simpsons enough. That's y'all fucking fault. What else? Michael Jordan, the basketball player, does not own stock in prisons and correctional facilities. Donald Trump did not say to People magazine in 1998 that if he ever ran for president, he would run as a Republican, because they're the dumbest group of voters in the country. They'll believe anything, okay? None of that shit happened. And finally, if Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster do in fact exist, then how come they only pop up around white people and are always slightly hazy? Okay, this is 2020. All of our phones have perfect fucking cameras, but y'all really, really, really want me to believe that these real life monsters are only hanging out by Trump voters, and the superpower of the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot is making your specific camera be out of focus? Come on, man. Look, I just wanted to use this What's Eating Hannibal, tell y'all, use your Googles. Stop sharing dumbass conspiracies. Please, please, please stop sharing dumbass conspiracy theories, because every time I do, all I think to myself is this. And that's What's Eating Hannibal. Stop sharing dumbass conspiracy theories. Oh, if you muted, Monty.
Okay.
I am muted. I'm unmuted. Let's talk about our guest Appollos' dumbass conspiracy theories.
Okay.
Because he has shared a bunch.
Great segue, Monty. Great segue.
Look, I already said, I like Appollos. Appollos believes some dumbass shit.
Yeah.
I like you, though. You believe some dumbass shit, though. Let's get into it.
Okay. And look, I'm just saying, just Google it before you share it. Just be like, yeah, well, let me quantify.
He didn't Google it? Let's go.
I'm like, so it's
I'm
just
calm, though.
The one that tripped me out. The one that probably is like the transatlantic slave trade never happened. That one really got me.
Look,
I was like, wow.
Drag wants to go there. We can go there. Let's talk about that. Like, Appollos, what do you have to say? Take the floor.
Okay. Now, as far as like the whole transatlantic piece happened, basically what I was trying to say is that, okay, look, records, paperwork, can act like really be altered, okay? And So basically, that's all I was actually really trying to give it. Now, just like what we were talking earlier, and I was like, okay, with the whole slavery, with the whole slave trade deal or the whole slavery deal, right? I mean, considering what was it like 1619, 1620, or whenever they actually really started coming over here, right? I was making the case where that, okay, look, there was people already over here, right? Now, it could be for the simple fact that, okay, if some Africans did get on the boat and come over here, then okay. But all what I'm saying is that if it happens, records can be out. I give you a prime example on one. As far as like paperwork, right? My birth certificate, like right today, right? It says my full name, who my parents are, and whatever nationality they are, right? So in another case, for another case, right? It has Negro for my mom, Negro for my dad, but then when it actually really gets to me, it doesn't say anything, right? But just by my appearance or whatever, just like say you can either call me black, which I don't agree with, or African American, or you can call me, whatever type of tag that you actually really want to put on me. Now that's paperwork. That's paperwork for you. Whether it was a typo or whether they meant to leave that shit blank, I don't know, right? So basically, that's all I'm saying. And then let's just say, if indeed slavery did happen, right? Okay, say you go and you go to the website, you look at all of this stuff and all that kind of, how many passengers there were and all that kind of stuff. So let's just say from 1619 to 1863 or 1865, whenever the Civil War ended. And I think slavery, what was it, 1863? But everybody didn't get the word, well, I guess, right? So I just came up with some dates of my own, right? Let's just say as far as like so-called black folks. John Hanson, right? The guy on the back of the $2 bill, right? A lot of people, they either say that he's either the first president or he's the first president of the Continental Congress, right? Okay. Now this guy was born in 1721, so that's 102 years after the fact that slaves, were here, within the colonies, because at this time it still wasn't named the United States. It wasn't called the United States. So basically, all what I'm saying, okay, where slavery happened, and then this guy was born, right? And then on certain occasions or certain points, or however you actually really want to look at this, it was been the fact that, okay, well, if you was a slave, you couldn't read, or you wasn't allowed to read. Now, I just said this guy, he was born in 1721, so all what I'm saying, okay, for a guy that was apparently, born a slave, so-called slave. So this guy, he had enough time to actually really read, work himself up, to actually really be recognized as the first, black president, whatever case may be, right? Considering the mood of the country at that time. So that's one incident. The second incident, where I actually really said that slavery is a bunch of nonsense, is the Revolutionary War. The Revolutionary War started in, 1775, and then ended until like 1783, right? There was a lot of black folks, so-called black folks, and so-called African Americans, or so-called slaves, that served that was in the war. So now, you got to ask yourself the question, right? How come is it that in 1619, which that's the date that everybody gives for the most part. So you mean to tell me from 1619 to 1775, the slave master right, had his way with his property or whatever, and then now all of a sudden you've been beating my ass for 100+ years. Now you gonna give me a gun? How that work? You know? So you know that. So it was the Revolutionary War. Then it was the Civil War. Again, you know, whether slavery ended before the war or during the war or after the war. Again, you've been beating my ass at this point in junction now. It's like 200+ years. So again, you gonna give me a gun? Because it's almost like with that one clip of the movie Life. Remember when Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, they got old, right? And then Martin, he ran over the line or whatever. And so he told the warden or whatever, he told Clyde, hey, look, if he falls off of the bottle, I want you to shoot him in his ass. I want you to kill him, right? And then he says, you know what, boss? I gotta be honest with you, boss. You don't want to give me that gun. Because I'll probably shoot you with it, right?
Okay.
So basically what I'm saying is this. Okay, if slavery happened, if it did happen, it was probably as such, you know, it was probably as such of at a bare minimum, right? That, okay, yeah, we got to get you slaves, but we got all this going on over here. It's pretty much like how it is today, right? With all of the police shootings and all this kind of stuff, shit that happened with George Floyd, the incident that happened with the jogger guy down there in, what was it, Brunswick, Georgia?
Yeah.
You know, so, okay, those two incidents, right? Now, just like I said, the neighborhood where I stay in, right? I mean, granted fact, there ain't nothing but a whole bunch of retired Army, Air Force, Marines, and Navy. You know, that's all what's on my block, right? I mean, but you go further on down, and you got everybody else. But I run my neighborhood every day, right? I see the police every day. Matter of fact, they see so much of me, when they see me running, they wave, right?
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say that shit don't happen, right? But, I'm just looking at it like, okay, when you have a tool, when you have a tool like education, and then just like say, you know, if you really gonna teach people right, you know, or give them the right information, right, then make sure everything is accurate. I mean, because I just look at it like this. When you kids, it don't fucking matter. You ain't looking at color. You just looking at, hey, there's somebody over there, he's the same height as me. He can't walk, he got a diaper on like me. Kids don't give a damn. It really, you know, the separation really don't start until everybody start going to motherfucking school. And then that's where the whole slavery aspect comes into play. Right? So, so you gotta be like this, okay, well, hey, you have to be mindful of what they actually really gonna put out there on the forefront. Right? Because it's like, okay, well, hey, look, this is what I want you to see. I want you to see my right hand, or I want you to see my left hand. But you too busy trying to figure out what the fuck is going on behind you.
The old Kansas City, the Kansas City Shuffle, but it was slavery.
So okay, it seems like there's a lot of disjointed, different aspects to this. There's the $2, the guys back at the $2 bill. Is somebody calling me on Skype? Like what is going on here? Is that me?
Come on, I'm trying to stay calm.
So there's a guy at the back of the $2 bill. There's, you know, what you're being taught in school. There's so many different things. There are the alteration of records. A lot of that stuff I don't actually disagree with. I don't know about the $2 bill thing. I'm not sure that's even really important. But so my thing is, how do we know any historical event happened in any context? How do I know that Nero exists or Caligula? How do I know, Mao Zedong? Like, how do we know that any of these individuals existed? How do I know that the library in Alexandria was actually burned? So if we can find corroborating evidence for a particular event, right? I think that is something that would be advantageous so that we can say yes or no that this did or did not happen. Would you agree, Mr. Harris?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All means. Matter of fact, I got a question for everybody here that's on the panel.
Okay.
Right? He's a YouTuber. His name is Dane Calloway. Right? If you haven't actually really went on this channel, check him out. He actually really puts out a lot of good stuff. As far as like the whole slave trade thing, and you name it. This guy actually really talks about it. He breaks it down in excellent detail. So like a lot of the stuff that he talks about, a lot, if not all of it, I agree like with a big portion of it. And for me, right, it's almost like how it was back in the day for me, right? Because remember when I was asking you about the family records, the elders, all that kind of stuff, and you said your grandparents, great grandparents, they dead and gone, so am I. But I think like for me, right, growing up the way that I did, I was always asking questions, as far as like, okay, because I would always hear racist. That guy over there, he racist, but even when I was growing up in the neighborhood, and there was some white kids in the neighborhood, right? Matter of fact, it was probably like about, I'll probably say like about 65, 45, right? And, it never was no issue. And then, you hear racist this, racist that, racism the other, right? And then, because I remember I asked my mom that one time, right? And so I just asked her, I said, well, how come is it when there's a so-called black person and a so-called white person, right, say they don't like each other for whatever purpose, then it's racist. Well, how come, but when it's black on black, right, it's like always everybody that I actually really talk to, I ask that question at the time, okay, yeah, as long as it's black and white, black on white, it's racism all doggone day long. But when it's white on white, ain't, it's no big issue. So then, I was always trying to look for the answer. What is the best answer, to the question that I was asking at that particular time. And and right to this day, that's still gonna be like the ultimate question or answer.
Okay. Hang on. Hannibal. Look, wait. Let me get in here because I've been trying. I'm calm.
Okay.
Calm. I was calm, and I listened, and I heard something in what Appollos says that goes along with part of what I always say. You talking about your fucking childhood, man. Like, that makes so much shit super fucking clear to me.
Yeah.
And this is, I'm not coming down on you with this. Seriously. Like, I'm not. This is not an insult. This is not a slight. I'm not shitting on you, man. But I get it. And it's because you spit out some of those arguments I hear from other people where, especially when, as a kid, you looked up and you said, there was a problem between you and a white person, it was racism. You and another nigga, that's just, that's niggas beefing. Two white people, that's two white people beefing. And I gotta say it again. I'm not trying to insult you. You were a kid. You didn't understand where that shit came from. You didn't understand the context of what the adults around you were telling you. And I think, and seriously, I don't mean this to be insulting to you. I'm not trying to be insulting to you. I just, it came to me and I was trying to sit quiet here, but
Go ahead. I hear you.
But I'm like, and look, and seriously, all respect. Like, seriously, it's where we are now is because I've heard these things from other people where, and I'm getting on my fucking horse again on the show. This shit happens, and I keep hearing these arguments where, like, from the Jesse Lee Petersons and the fucking D-Roy Cruzes, all these people like that, where they say racism isn't a thing, even though fucking D-Roy claims he doesn't believe that, he fucking believes it. He won't admit to it because he knows how shitty it fucking sounds. Because he knows it's not true.
He said himself that he's experienced it in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
But
he's like, man, I went to this town and I went to go get gas, and they was like, nope, keep it moving. And I was like, oh, it's some racism, so I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's
So
just like, and then wait, what now?
I was so shocked it was Scranton.
Yeah, but and here's the thing.
He'll literally say it's racism and then turn around and be like, but racism don't exist. I'm like,
but D-Roy doesn't say that. He doesn't agree with JLP on that. I will not put him in that box because when JLP says that, he will stop and go, I don't agree with him there. But you do, D-Roy. You fucking do.
Right.
And here's the thing. Let me just get this out. It's that mindset, and I see a point. I don't think it's a solution or an end to it, but somewhere to start where, and for you, Appollos, you're starting from this place. You're talking about your childhood. You're starting from this place of, this is what I learned. Like, I don't see the difference. I'm going to move forward from that. Did you ever stop to learn the history of where all this shit came from? That's the only point I have. I'm not going to drone on because I'm going to sit. I'm going to get worked up if I keep going. I'm going to stop right now. Monty, stop. Monty, calm down. Monty, sit down. Monty, drag, take over, say some shit. I'm done. Monty, shut the fuck up.
So my thing is, we're going over into like what is or is not racism, but I kind of want to stay on topic as far as
go back.
The transatlantic slave trade and like the evidence for that, because for me, so I wasn't around for that, right? I supposedly I'm the product of this horrible institution. Now, if I'd asked myself, if I separate what I personally experienced in life, and I say, well, what is some empirical evidence that I could use? I know that I was born in Louisiana. I know from what I was told about my father and what he told me personally that him and his family have been born in Louisiana, and that if I keep going up the family tree, that at some point in time there was a white man that married some mulatto woman who was a product of a slave from the Gold Coast of Africa that eventually created me. Now, if that is true, now here's where I'm going with that. I can make a logical inference and go, if I do a Ancestry.com or a DNA test, I should have some of my ancestry on the Gold Coast, specifically of Africa. I should have a good portion of that, right? And that they should be able to tell me that I am a part of a group of people known as Creole. So, Mr. Harris, would you say that having a DNA test that shows that you come from West African stock would be evidence? Not because if you were born in America and you have DNA from West Africa, would that be evidence of some type of movement of your ancestors from one continent to another?
I mean, yeah. I mean, here's the whole thing with this, right? You know, I'm not sitting up here saying that, you know, people, you know, people all over the world, regardless of where you at that particular time, right? You know, you're born there, you're raised there, right? And then once you actually really become of age, then you can have that option that you can either actually really stay where you're at, right? Or you can move, you can move around, right?
You saying that they chose to come to America? It was like, yeah, I'm 18. I think let me go ahead and go see what's going on over there. I hear there's some girls over there with long hair and brown skin that's different from my hair and skin. You know what I'm saying? I want to go see what that pussy's all about.
Thank you for not making a Monty joke with that, Hannibal. Thank you.
Well, it was about Native Americans. I know that's not your type.
Listen, like I say, however you want to actually want to look at it, right? I'm just looking at it from the simple fact, okay, yeah, you get some people over from Africa, you bring them here, right? And then the one thing that I'm also putting out is that, hey, look, there was people already over here. People that's the same color as us, right? We was already over here at the time, right? And and as far as what I saw in my childhood.
Wait, are you talking about Native Americans or are you talking about black people? Are you saying there was already black people in America, like we was already here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I from what I understand of history, the people we call Native Americans, the indigenous people, most of them got slaughtered, like the Tainos. They're they died, like they actually got slaughtered, like genocided. So I know about them, but you're saying people who look like me, you, and Hannibal and Monty, they like black people who largely look like people from Africa. They were all. So how did they get here?
How did they get here? Okay, well, okay, I knew this one. I knew this one, right?
All right, what you got?
So again, like timeline, how stuff actually like really, the actual timeline versus what's actually really been put in books. Okay. The reason why I say that, okay, people were already over here, right? People travel. People have means of traveling. Now I don't know if y'all actually really believe in the whole, what they call it, the Pangea, where all of this was just one big landmass.
Right.
I don't know if y'all actually really buy into that or not. But if you actually really stop and look at how everything is actually really positioned today, right? You can actually really take that and be like, okay, well, if I move this and put it here and bring this up there,
like a puzzle,
and bring this down a little bit, then I can be like, okay, so basically, so you do that, and then as time progresses, the continents, they start slowly but surely, drifting apart, right? So depending on what the world population was at that particular time, right?
12. Wasn't a lot of people.
Wait, look, I'm trying not to interrupt too much, but I'm curious about how, and this is where I start getting hung up with you, man. When you start talking about grabbing these pieces of the puzzle and putting them together yourself, what qualifications do you have to do that? How do you know enough to understand, based on your limited knowledge of a photograph, to put this together? That's where when I hear you say stuff and I'm like, oh, I don't believe a word you say, as I told you in the private chat. Like, I like you, but I don't believe anything you say. And this is one of those reasons, because how do you know enough? Like, how do you Appollos Harris know enough that you can grab these pieces of history and put this puzzle together, why should I trust you? That's where I am. That's the part where I'm like, slow down. And I'm back. I'm back. I'm gonna. Monty's staying calm. Monty's being good. I'm just asking questions.
Okay. Can y'all hear me pretty? Okay.
Yeah.
I can see myself up here, but in the corner down here, I can't. But
yeah. Zoe's fixing it. You'll be back in.
Okay.
Zoe's fixing it right now.
Basically, what the reason why that I look at things the way that I do them, is because I go and I do my research, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I take notes. And if it's something that I really can't get at that particular time, then I go to whatever sources available. Whether it's in a book or whether it's somebody that I can actually sit down and talk to. And then, then after a while, we be like, okay, well, let's brainstorm a little bit. And then whatever we come up with, then we can be like, okay, we're not going to say that it's actually like really concrete, right? But a lot of it, we can just say, well, okay, well, the possibility is that, it's almost like somebody saying, you say something, and then somebody be like, well, that could be true. Or, he or she may have a point on it.
Okay, I see what you said. So you will entertain. So you'll gather the information, you'll try to comprehend the information, and then you will provisionally, I'm gonna use that word, you will provisionally state that this may be the case, but you're not married to that idea. You can change if you get more information.
Exactly. So,
Okay. Okay.
Another thing too,
Then what?
Like what we were talking about. Go ahead, because he all...
No, I'm good. Keep going.
You try because I think that the issue that Monty's having is like the time frame that I'm familiar with what you're talking about, but that was tens of billions of years ago for Pangea, right? But humans weren't on the scene tens of billions of years ago. That's the issue.
Okay, so
that's like one of the issues. Like let's not get too crazy here, all right? He said slavery never happened at all, and I'm just like, I just have so many questions about that. Also, there was mention of a $2 bill, and I just would like to get back to that at some point.
And Doug's calling. If you're watching the show, we can pull you into the Skype call. I don't know if you're watching. You just called. I'll answer you later.
There is a $2 bill out there. It's like, say, a lot of people don't deal with the $2 bill. You either gonna deal with the 1, the 5, the 10, the 20, so on and so forth, right? So, but just like I said, you can go and this type of, U.S. currency or whatever, $2 bill, bam, it pop up right there. Because matter of fact, I want to say Thomas Jefferson is actually like on that $2 bill, and it was actual spendable.
Yeah.
This is actual like spendable money.
I've had $2 bills, yeah.
Yeah, I've had a $2 bill. And I think Thomas Jefferson is on it.
Yeah, so basically, what I'm saying is that if slavery happened, okay. If
slavery actually like really happened, yes.
So basically what I'm saying is that, okay, during the time frame when it actually like really started versus when it actually ended, right? I'm just looking at all of these other events, important people, battles, wars, whatever the hell you actually really want to call them, right? So what I'm saying is that, okay, if all this happened, right?
Yeah.
And then, like I said, you done brought me away, from my homeland, if you will, to bring me over here to some foreign soil. You manipulate me, all type of ways possible. Then the first time a war come up, or what have you, then now you want me to actually really put on this uniform and fight for it. When it's too easy, right, to actually really remember, right? Okay, well, damn, you did all this to me. Now you gonna give me a gun? What trust? You trust me that much, considering what the hell just happened to me.
Yeah,
That's
and look, and I think you're clouding the time frame with it too, because think about this. Sometimes that uniform, putting on that uniform, meant freedom.
Right. So that was actually some of the deal. So for the Revolutionary War and for the Civil War, you have actually slaves fighting on both sides because some of them were promised freedom, and so yeah, they were going to take that chance because you think about it. If how many shots do you think that they would get off if they tried to attack one of the white soldiers? They get off one shot and then they'd be dead. Yeah. So that wasn't the best idea. Now,
and look, Drag, can you pause for a second? I just want to say this one thing. Sometimes death by a bullet to the head is better than death by whip. But continue, Drag.
Yes, absolutely. And some people took that option. Now, the fun thing about what you're talking about, Mr. Harris, is that you know what the Haitian Revolution was, right?
I have to go into deeper detail than that. But yeah,
so Haiti went and killed everybody. Like, so the black folks got a hold of weapons and they just slaughtered their colonizers and they took over Haiti, right? And so that actually happened. And then the America actually did not want news of that getting out in order to give the slaves that they had.
Yeah, in America, they didn't want the American Negroes to be like, man, you see what they did in Haiti? All right, we got to suppress this news.
So what ended up happening because
also shout out to you, Drag, for knowing that just now.
Yes,
not a lot of people know that shit. Yeah,
I can. Someone says Toussaint. Yeah, Toussaint's Revolution. So it's and I can never remember that guy's name. It's French, but they killed everyone. But while it was going on, because it didn't happen overnight, while it was going on, a distress signal was sent to the Americas. Hey, our slaves are revolting. If America would have responded at the time and sent help, that would have tipped off the slaves that there's something going on. So they left Haiti to get overrun by their slave population. So that did happen, and there were instances of some slaves saying "screw it." There's actually a famous story about one slave, and it may have happened during the Civil War, where one slave actually took the uniform of an officer and sailed a ship to freedom. And so there, I can't remember this guy's name, but there's different stories about that. So there's recorded history where you have people trying to earn their freedom, fighting for both sides of both wars, the Civil War and the Revolutionary War, from the same people that were keeping them in bondage. Because you know what, even if I am under subjugation, I'm going to take advantage of any option that I have available to me, even if it's the less desirable one.
So
Robert Smalls was his name.
Robert Smalls, that's who it was. Thank you.
And John Vice, take your plunger points for that. All right, I appreciate that.
So pretty much, and so pretty much what and so I get what you hear. I hear what you're saying. What they did back then, is pretty much what they have done, and it's hey, enlist or go to jail for the most part. You got that record, a criminal record on you, or whatever, and then they were like, okay, well, hey, look, if you do this, then you'll be set free, or whatever. I mean, listen, just like I said, I get what I hear what you're saying. Trust me, I do. Right?
Just so you know, Apollos, in my life, whenever somebody starts a sentence with, I hear what you're saying, everything they say after that
is about to be some bullshit.
Right. So I'm hoping that that's not, because look.
Let me give you an example. I hear what you're saying, but marshmallows cannot and will never exist in real life.
Yeah, that's some more bullshit. You know, and as we know, since all of Monty's girlfriends are marshmallow colored, we know that marshmallows do exist in real life. You were saying, Appollos. You were saying.
No, I still like say all what I'm saying. You know, and you know, all that I hear what you're saying, and what comes in after that is bullshit, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I get all that. You know, I mean, we can sit up here and you know we can actually like really agree to disagree on certain aspects. You know, I just like to sit up here and be like, okay, you know, okay, like records have been, you know, records can be and have been altered in times past.
Okay.
Right? And so also, so then like when, you know, like when I made that statement, that was what I was actually like really going on. And that's for the simple fact that I had that opportunity to ask my grandparents, my great grandparents, right? And you know, and there's no record of us being under any type of slave master. So that's why I said, you know, put like this, if okay, slavery happened, okay, but I have to actually really be like, okay, well, hey, look, everybody wasn't in on that party. That's all what I'm saying.
Okay, but you said you asked your grandparents about slavery?
And his great grandparents. And his great grandparents.
Okay, I don't think your great grandparents would have been slaves. That's right. I think it's right there at the end of where your great grandparents should have been like privy to it, but I don't think they would have been slaves. I have to go back and check the numbers on that, but I don't think there's anyone alive in the last 80 actually in the last 40 years.
We can't talk to a slave right now.
No, there's nobody that would be alive. Actually, even early 90s, I think there wouldn't be anybody alive.
We can't interview a slave.
I have a friend, and Monty knows who, that like basically believed the world was flat because his dad told him the world was flat.
Yes, and
his dad is, educated.
Everybody knows who the fuck you're talking about.
Everybody doesn't.
Okay.
Everybody doesn't. Everybody does. It's not. That's why I said it that way, because everybody doesn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's like, but because he looks up to and because he looks up to, his dad, and like he treated like what his dad told him was the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that thing that Brandon Lee said this thing in the Crow? It's a quote from something. He said, "Mother is the word for God on the lips of all children in the world," or something like that. Like, basically, like when you say shit like when a parent says stuff like that to their kids just accept it as fact. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but this is all I guess this is where I would like to challenge you, Appollos. And I'm asking it as a question, right? You sound as if you're very convinced, or you're confident, at least, in the idea that the information you have or that you've received is true, and the information that everybody else has received or that we've received, me, Monty, and Drag, might be askew. It might be false. What makes you so confident that your information is right and our information is wrong?
I'm not sitting up here and saying that whether I'm right and y'all wrong, or if y'all right or if I'm wrong. I'm not, that's not the picture. Now, like I said, I did put that out there and said that, okay, slavery didn't happen. I put that, I own that, And so I'm just like, okay, well, I'm going to question like I said, I'm gonna question everything. I mean, if slavery happened, and somebody need to tell me why it happened, who sold me down the river, if indeed that was a doggone case, right?
But the question I have, Apollos, is what level of proof would you be willing to accept? That's the question.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause there's lots of proof out here that slavery happened. Like, I mean, look, why did slavery happen? Nigga, free labor. Like, people like free cheap shit. That's why we get Nikes from China.
And look, let me jump in for a second. Like, Apollos.
Yeah.
Apollos, my brother.
Yeah.
I started this shit telling you how much I like you. I like you. I don't like your ideas, but I like you.
Okay, I mean that's.
But wait. But hear me out. Hear me out.
I like your beard too, man.
Yeah, I like your beard too. I like you. I think you're cool. I find you entertaining. And this is why I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. When you say shit like this, it get Monty's calm tonight, so Monty's not gonna go anywhere. But when I hear shit like this, I'm like, when you're looking for proof of something that we all know, like, flat out, like, the stuff you are debating, there's no debate about it.
Yeah, man. Like,
there's give me this happened. This happened, and let me just get to this point. I think, and this is the only reason I'm sounding the way I'm sounding, is because Apollos, I like you, and I think you're wasting your talents chasing bullshit, because we all know, we've been taught this happens, and you can call it indoctrination, whatever it is, but you can research it and find out, oh yeah, this happened. You can draw a crowd. You can make people watch you. You can engage a fan base and do awesome shit. But you stick with this shit that's proven fact and you deny it as if it never happened. Why? Like, it's crazy to me. I don't understand this shit.
And crazy isn't a term that Monty throws around lightly at all.
Yes,
I throw it around
you are
all
not
the
crazy.
time.
These fucking ideas and denying actual fact, like, I can't, the reason I can't meet you on these ideas is because I can easily just type in what you say and go to page 697 of Google and still debunk what you said. I have to go to like 973 to find something that agrees with you.
Yeah, like even the people that like Robert E. Lee was like, like he fought in the Confederacy, and the Confederacy was like, yeah, man, we want to own these slaves. Also states' rights maybe, but definitely
we want to keep our niggas.
Like nobody's like, is it? Hold on, real quick. Like, we got 111 people watching the show right now. Is there anybody in the chat that also believes that slavery didn't happen?
Calm.
Is there any? But is there one other person?
Yeah, and while you look for it, I want to give Apollos a chance to respond to what I said, because I just dumped on the dude. Apollos, give me what you got.
Yeah, it seems like there's an overwhelming amount of evidence that says that slavery definitely happened.
Yeah. I just want, I don't want it to be one-sided. I just dumped on him. You can come back at me if you want.
You good? I mean, listen, just like I said, I can, we can do this like, okay, well, hey, we can agree, or we can disagree, or we can agree to disagree.
We disagree. We definitely disagree. Look, man. You just told me the number 4 isn't real. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm telling you,
I'm pretty sure 4 is real.
I want to see you be effective. And if as Hannibal says, if you're saying the number 4 isn't real, you lost all credit from jump.
Now listen, from my aspect, I'm not sitting up here saying that the number 4 is not real.
Yeah, I know. I know you didn't actually say that, Apollos. Look, for the record, I, Hannibal the Beat Animal, do not believe that Appollos Harris doesn't believe the number 4 does. I was being facetious.
Yeah, I know that. I'm saying. I keep saying. I get what you're saying. I'm just looking at, okay, the event, okay. Documented proof, okay. Got it. I got it, right? Mm-hmm. But, I'm just like, okay. It's almost like that, it's almost like when they asked, what's the phrase, about slave reparations. And then he was just saying, like, well, I'm not going to get into that because there's proof, this, that, and the third, and all that kind of stuff, right? But, I just say, okay, slavery happened. Okay, I give you that. But what I'm saying is that, well, let's look at it like this. Say that slavery happened, but everybody wasn't at such of a fucked up level as some things actually really have been depicted out to be, right?
So what aspects of the transatlantic slave trade do you think were exaggerated?
Well,
is it the transatlantic part? You think some came from the Pacific?
Well, no, it's a lot of it could be about, numbers and where the actual first slave ships actually really landed at, or whatever the case may be, but. Okay.
So let's stop right there. So the location of some of the slave ports, and the number of slaves shipped. Now, I can think of 2 ways that we could kind of validate those 2 things. The slave ports, actually in North Carolina, there's actually buildings, and some of the ports are still intact, where slaves actually came in. So some of those buildings still exist to this day. So we can know just from that, right, that's what they were for. But there's also bills of lading, where black female slave, 5'6", 3 male slaves. Like but you even say, documents can be altered. That's perfectly fine. If we're talking about the numbers, right, we can give estimates. What would be, in your mind, an accurate way for us to know approximately how many slaves were here in America?
On how many were actually like on the boat? They came up on the boat?
Yes. How many people were shipped from Africa to America to be slaves? How would we figure that out?
Now, granted fact, going off of what I've actually really seen, right? I was just like, okay, well, you have. I don't know how big the boats were back then. It was at one point where I heard, okay, it's like 300 per boat or whatever. And so I'm just like, okay, well, first and foremost, how is that possible, right? And then with all of the, so you got 300 slaves. Now, we're not even talking about shipping crew, food and supplies, and then where the actual crew is going to sleep across that long of a journey, right? And so I'm just like, okay, 300 people, and then, they just had them down there at the bottom of the boat, not really giving a damn, right? Whether you was healthy, you might have been healthy before you got on the boat, but then once you get on the boat, you look at all type of disease and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Like you're literally describing the transatlantic slave trade right now.
Yeah. There's actually a pretty famous. I don't know if you've seen the Black Panther movie from the Marvel movie. They actually make reference to the slaves that jumped over the side because they wanted to escape, and all the ones that died on the trip. that was actually a very common occurrence. I think they had an attrition rate of I want to say 15% at some ships. But so, do we know anything about the ships from that era? Could they hold several hundred people for, let's say, a war? Were ships able to conduct war with one another and invade other lands in the mid, let's say, 1700s?
I mean, yeah, depending on, just like I say, however the boat structures were back then.
Right.
Right? And then, depending on, people jumping off on the side, all this kind of stuff. And, if they had boats back then for that, I'm like, okay, I got it. But what I'm saying, okay, I'll take in consideration that, okay, that how I worded it or how I presented it wasn't like best of terms.
Actually, Druid Lover #1 won the coffee and whatnot mug. Click the link that's going to pop up in the chat. That's what that.
So basically, let's just say that we can, look at it from that aspect. I mean, whether we was already over here or whether we was actually really brought from here, right? Okay, I give you that, right? A record can be altered. I give you that too, right? But what I'm saying is that, and again, I'm just looking at, okay, once we got here, then all this other stuff happened. Even with, fighting for the country, I give you that too. And it's crazy, it's apparently, the whole, like, okay, enlist or go to jail, or either fight or you die, And so the thing about it, though, is like, okay, well, apparently, all of them chose to, like, put on the uniform, fight for the country. I got that. With a lot of people, I'm just saying, had that been me, go ahead and put a bullet in my head, because I'm not going to fight for you.
Okay, that's fair. So when I view history, I try not to put myself in history, because the me now is shaped by all the things that I grew up with. If I was a slave in the mid, 1700s, I wouldn't be the same person I am now. So I think that it's important for us to separate ourselves from the expectations, because that was a different culture. But because one of the things that I kind of noticed, that when you are expressing your views about certain events, it seems like it's just kind of what just makes sense. What makes sense to Mr. Harris, right? And I had mentioned before a logical fallacy called an argument of incredulity, which is essentially me saying that, well, I personally don't believe that, or I personally don't get that. And the reason why that's a logical fallacy, why that's kind of an illogical thing, is that if I say we all can agree that there is an objective state of affairs. There's either squirrels outside of my window having sex, or there are not squirrels outside of my window having sex. Whether or not I want to believe that claim is something completely different. Would you agree?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
I got you.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so my issue is that when I hear a lot of the claims that you make, they seem to just be based on what you personally are capable of believing versus what's demonstrable. Because if we talk about the transatlantic slave trade, well, I'll just pick the recent thing you had mentioned is, how would you fit that many people on a vessel and go that distance? And so we know that can happen. We actually, that the history of sailing in the early, to mid 1600s is actually very well known and is very well documented. That's how they conducted wars, and that's how imperialism even started, because the advent in technology for sailing. Now we know that there's a lot of people ended up dying on the way because they didn't necessarily have the whole food preservation thing down pat. But it is something that can be traced besides just word of mouth or documentation, we do have the archaeological evidence that shows like what they stored in these vessels, along with corroborating evidence from other countries. So you could say that these bills of lading can be fabricated, but they would be fabricated on both ends. So somebody in a different country who's selling the people to be slaves are also fabricating them. Like you would have to show at some point that fabrication occurred. Just like a perfect example, the Apocrypha in the Bible. Scholars who study the Bible know which parts were and were not written by this scholar based on evidence. And so simply asserting that something can be fake does not mean that it itself is faked.
Yeah, look, as we're having this conversation, my mom, who, as far as I know, this might be her first time watching Hannibal and Monty's shit show, sent me a picture of my great-great-grandparents. And she was like, yeah, like they were born into slavery. And she said that my great-great-grandfather, they had 16 kids. He remembers being sold into slavery in New Orleans. This is a picture I made copies of in Chicago from my auntie Vi.
Can we show it?
I can show it right here.
Send it to Zoe.
I'll send it too so you can see it. But it's like, look at that shit.
Slavery in New Orleans didn't end until like 1956.
Right, right. Yeah, like it's just like this shit is not that far removed. You know what I'm saying? From like we're not that. I mean, and then we're only talking about a time when we talk about slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about the act of slavery. We're not talking about Zoe. I'm gonna text you the picture right now.
Here it comes.
Oh wait, let me try to email it.
There you go.
But I'm gonna try to email it right now. But yeah, it's like when we talk about slavery, we really are talking about it from the aspect of a period of time when black, and Chris Rock said this, so this isn't even my observation. We're really just talking about a period of time in which black people didn't have complete and total rights. So we're talking about from like the 1600s till about 50 years ago.
Yeah. And also, what's up, Jesse? I see you watching. I've never seen you in the show. Hannibal, continue.
When my mom had to go to school, when she had to go to school, it was during that time when they were like fighting school integration. So the army had to bring my mom to school. My mom, not my grandmother. My mom. The army had to bring them to school in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? It's like, slavery definitely happened. It's definitely a real thing. Like, and yeah, I'm sending a picture now. That's it. That's all I have to say. I know you were saying some things, and I'm surprised. My mom has never watched the show before. This is
welcome, Hannibal's mom. Funny story. We've been friends for how many years, Hannibal?
2000 so I'd say friends since 04, 05, but we probably met in like 98 or 99.
Yeah, you could put a lineup of women in front of me, and I could not pick your mom out of it. I've never met your mother. I've never seen a picture of your mother.
And you want to know what the worst thing is? I had the hot mom, so everybody was always talking to me about how attracted they were to my mom. Niggas always wanted to come to my house and shit and be like, hey, Miss Sharon, like, bro, it's my mom, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Shit, I'm on Hannibal's Facebook right now looking. He's already fucked up. Already fucked up.
Yeah. I also, my mom had been like, especially with the tumultuous racial divide that's going on in America. Me and my mama have these long, super drawn out conversations about stuff. And it's interesting having these conversations. And I was actually having this conversation with Ace Wonder, and he brought up a very interesting point because, his son is 10 years old and he's watching the George Floyd protests. When Ace Wonder was 10 years old, it was the Rodney King protests, and it was the Rodney King riots and protests. And then when his mom and dad were 10 years old, it was the Watts riots and protests.
All right.
It's like we gotta start fixing this shit, man. Anyway, I'm sending the picture right now.
Yeah, and also we're nearing the end because Zoe's got to go. I know Zoe's running out of time, but But I'm about to put Drag and Appollos Harris on the spot. I got a question, and it's for Drag, but it was mentioned in both of your fucking streams, and I want the answer. What's the name that your mom had for people like Appollos?
I was watching that too, and you were saying you said fake woke or something. I forget what it was. What was it?
Fake. I think she called it fake deep niggas.
All right.
That's what
So
it was. I think it was fake deep. Because I
want to hear Apollos' response. We're not putting him on the spot.
I couldn't even hear it with all of the laughter. So what was it? I heard something about fake woke or something. I couldn't even hear all of it.
I think it was fake deep niggas.
All right.
Okay.
How do
I
you
ain't never heard
respond
of
to
that.
that?
I ain't never heard of that one. But I'm like this, right? Everybody for the most part, they entitled to believe whatever they want to believe. If that's how people or a group of people feel about me, then hey, so be it, right? Because I just look at it like this. I know who I am. I know where I've been and what I stand, right? And when it's all said and done, for the most part, that's all what's gonna matter to me. Because I can, even though I ain't never heard that before, but you can best believe that I've been called a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, see?
So,
fair enough.
So like with that, hell, my ex right to this day, she called me an asshole. So I'm just like, okay,
You know what?
and whatever.
My ex-girlfriend thinks I'm an asshole too. See, we got something in common. Is your ex-girlfriend black? We might be talking about the same girl.
See, y'all.
All this, because even then, like when I was married, my wife, she did the same thing. Even when I was in the army, motherfuckers, that was under me, they said the same thing. And hell, even before I even, they were like, "Yo, at times you jumped the gun just a little bit too early," So, and that's been throughout life.
Yeah.
So I just look at it like, okay, I see this. I'm looking at this particular time frame. I know what's going on in this time frame, and then I'm looking at all this other stuff that's going on, and then I'm just like, okay, sometimes it don't click like like it's supposed.
Okay. Look,
So,
and there's that leaves room open. And look, Apollos, I enjoyed you on the show. I'll have you on again. You were fun. I still, I don't agree with most of the shit you said, except for where we agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. It's like I say, I told the people, on my channel, and then I even told the people on my Facebook page, hey, look, that I'm gonna be on this show.
Yeah, and for people watching that thought, there we go. For people watching that thought they were tuning in to watch like a debate right out, this is Hannibal and Monty's shit show. We take everybody through the fucking show the first time they're on, and then we get into the shit. That's how we do it. Appollos Harris has never been on the show. We were never gonna bring this man on and just be like, hey, let's just dogpile this nigga right out the gate. It's not what we do. Maybe next time we can jump right into it. He knows how we work. We got to know each other. That's what we do on the shit show.
Yeah. And look, and first off, Appollos Harris, I want to thank you for tuning in, being part of our show. Drag, I definitely want to thank you for being a part of the show. It's always fun having you on the
yes. Drag's one of our favorite guests, and watch for more of his merch.
Yeah, so. you know, I want to take this opportunity to you know, like congratulate Druid Lover 1 for winning the Dragnauct coffee mug. Thank you to Kasaki Dorimo for subscribing. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but we are very close to having 2,100 subscribers. And look, that means a lot to us because, you know, Monty and I work hard on our show. Like, we, you know, me a little bit more than Monty. But we work hard on this show.
Wait, what?
Thank you to the Geek Room for being the pre-show to our show. I feel like we need to return the favor.
Yes.
And I actually think we need to talk, you know, about doing that more often with all our shows. Like, let Drag Show, you know, like we go from Drag Show to the Geek Room, then go from the Geek Room to our show, our show to the Morning Wood, or the Morning Wood to Drunken Peasants, the Drunken Peasants to Jeff Holliday's show. Like, you know, like support goes both ways, and this is a great example.
I appreciate the Geek Room for that shit. That was awesome.
Yeah,
and thanks for all the shout outs that Drag gave us throughout the day.
Absolutely. You know, Who's Your Buddy had sent us a dono earlier that said, when we were talking about Senator Amanda Chase from Virginia, he says, to Senator Karen from Virginia, as a Northerner, destroying the Confederacy is part of my white history.
There you go. Oh, y'all got quite a few donations.
Yes.
And Monty did not read the.
No, I was getting to that. I was leading into that.
I don't want you to forget that.
Oh no. Trust and believe. I never forget some Montyrotica.
Mr. Harris about to get his revenge when Monty read this one.
Brian Harris also sent us a dono that says, I have some Montyrotica, or actually some Monty G-Rotica, if there's still some time in the show. Oh, there's always time for some Montyrotica.
Wait, somebody paid for this and I missed it?
And look, also keep in mind, thank you to the Geek Room, Antonovich, M.O., Hypothesis, Faberino, John Weiss, Becky with the good hair, Science Geek, 2587, Red Scare, Swing On This, awesome name, Buck Melanoma, thank you so much. Thank you to the Batman, thank you to Luna, Missy Ann, I seen you hanging around with us for a minute. Luna, Missy Ann, I see you hanging around. Thank you to Luna, 006, Vlad Tepesh, Ronan, Oren Lee, Mistaken Reaper, Destruction Inc., Crazy Horse, E.M. Dubois, who had to just dip out and go to work, Jesse Nieblus, the Yato God. Look, and there's so many of you guys. Thank you so much. Emily the Neighbor, thank you guys for watching the show. Chris Griffin, thank you for watching the show. Like Peter Went, thank you for watching the show. When we do this show, these are regular conversations that me and Monty have on a regular basis. These are our regular conversations, and one day Monty had the brilliant idea of like, hey man, we should video ourselves doing this shit and put it on YouTube. I was like, man, it's a stupid idea. Ain't nobody want to watch this shit. And look at us. Look at us. Thank you guys, because the show wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for you guys watching it. Now, that being said, to our lovely producer Zoe, could you transition the screen till we go full screen? Monty's got on that beautiful jacket. You know, you got I sent it to you in Skype. You know what I'm saying? You got that new Montyrotica, and it's a good one.
I didn't say we were gonna read it all. How long is this shit?
Hold up, pause the music, Zoe, real fast. Pause it real fast. Mama, if you watching, turn it off right now, okay? This is the part that you definitely want to go past. I mean, you can stay, you can grow up, you can do whatever you want, all right? You my mama. I'm just saying, it's like, you remember how I used to manage the porn store in New Orleans? It used to be like, I hate that you work at that place, right? Okay, so this is that times 5, all right? All right, I love the
Am I still on full screen? No, all right.
And close your ears, too. You don't want to hear this.
Yes. There we go. Look, the people gave us the money for it, Monty, but you're not trying to get it.
We don't know that they gave us the money for it. How much did they give us for this?
A lot.
How much is a lot?
A lot. Well, somebody gave us $37.
How long is what I'm reading? Show me on Skype. I don't have Skype up. Hang on.
Faberino sent us $37 for you to read it.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the fucking chat on this. That's a lot of shit.
It's not that long.
It's not. It took me like 5 minutes to write that.
Fuck y'all.
5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Wait, Zoe, start the music back over. I need to give your father the proper intro he deserves. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, for the latest installment of MONTYROTICA, please give a warm welcome to the pumpkin spice panty dropper, the mahogany throat, the brown baritone, Monty Stick.
Fuck you.
Fuck
you. All right. I don't know.
I'm gonna tune out right now. Go ahead, Monty. You got it.
No, keep watching. Keep watching and judge your fucking son for this. I don't know what I'm about to read. I haven't looked at this. This is long as shit. All right. It was a bleak, dreary night in Jersey City on the 11th of May. G-Man, just returning from a hard day at work at BG's Appliance, lumbers into his attic apartment. As sweat drips from his brow, he can only think of his two passions which drive him. Jesus and Monty. Fuck all of y'all.
Damn.
He was conflicted, as he was a man of God, but desired the passion of two Christs. One, the patron deity, the other, the suave, caramel-skinned man, with the smile that could melt the coldest of ice queens. Fuck y'all. But this man was like no other. That better not be more. I'm trying to wrap this shit up. Wait, where was I? I was at, but there was more. Wait, where is it? Where'd it go?
Go back to the cold ice queen.
You were at cold ice queen and caramel skin.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck all of y'all. One patron deity. All right. But this man... No, stop. All right. But this man was like no other.
Gotta read it slower, Monty.
Fuck you, Hannibal. He only had eyes for thin-skinned, erratic men with the physique of teenage Russian gymnasts. How's work? The caramel man uttered with a slight smile. These atheists keep calling up my job. He bellowed with a sullen look. Oh, baby, it's okay. Fuck y'all! Fuck y'all! Let Monty rub your tiny arms and make it all better. G-Man sat next to Monty and rested his head on Monty's lap. Oh, I hate y'all. You know what? You know what, Hannibal? Fuck this. No, that's $37 worth. There you go. Fuck this. Fuck this. I'm going to. This
was a shit show.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
Sweet Halloween in Collard Green.